the door. Loud like a jag-off at a pins game fight. Brace yourself, this ride ain't polite. Dum-dum Yinzers, loud and proud. Heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. Tales from the burg with a hint of mayhem. Pierogi powered, nothing can constrain them. Knocking back stories like an icy cold brew. You never know what these two might spew. Dum-dum Yinzers, loud and proud. Heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. From the bug with a hint of mayhem. Pierogi powered, nothing can constrain them. Knocking back stories like an icy cold brew. You never know what these two might spew. Dum-dum Yinzers, loud and proud. Heads in the clouds, voices in the crowd. Chaos brewing, they don't play nice. Hold on to your iron and grab your prime anti-slice. Rivers collide where the laughs always flow. Black and gold thunder everywhere they go.
Yeah. Welcome back. It's episode 1006 of the Two Dumb Yinzers. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, lots going on, guys. Week 2. Training camp back underway today. Wrapping up the weekend with some Saturday Night Lights. And of course, the biggest news, pads are on today. Michael, what is that sound? What is that sound? Oh, there he is, Vanilla Thunder. Looking like
Let's
Juggernaut.
Fucking go, boys.
Looking like Juggernaut from the 13 Ghosts.
For the 13 Ghosts.
Good afternoon. Good morning. Wherever you may be tuning in from, welcome to the show. Episode 1005. Mike is ready to go. He's all padded up. He's ready to hit the practice field, guys, as the Steelers are. Today is the first day of padded practice in the Steelers training camp, day 5 overall at St. Vincent College in Latrobe, Western Pennsylvania. Glad to see everybody today again. Episode 1006. Glad to be back. Glad to be back. Glad to be back. Lots of stuff to get into today, Mike. Before we do, I do have one quick beef I just want to talk about real quick. AI. Listen, people are going, oh, you're old. Of course. No, that's not it. Listen, this is the reason that I got a beef with AI. I was watching a baseball game the other day, and I thought, did the Pirates even win more than 4 games in a row? So I looked it up.
Yeah.
And AI says, no, the Pirates' winning streak high this year is 4 games. I said, that ain't right. I know they won 5. So I turned it off, and I did it again. And I said, does the Pirates have a 5-game winning streak? No, they do not. They have 4. So I manually went in, going the total polar opposite of what you're supposed to do with what you have AI. But anyway, I go and I look, Mike, and of course, beginning of the season, 3 games against the Reds, 2 games against the Orioles. That is 5 games in a row.
Yeah.
So even after going back at AI, saying, are you sure? Listen, I'm not saying that it's always wrong. I'm just saying you got to double check yourself when you are working with AI, because again, I would have came to quiz day today with the wrong answer had that been the question. It isn't. However, again, just be careful when using AI, because again, at the end of the day, Mike, it took multiple times and I still didn't even get the correct answer from it. It insisted that we only won 4 games, which I believe. I mean, come on, the Pirates, I understand how AI, even AI would even understand that, but so just be careful. That's all.
Yeah. I hate it, like when I do research and you think you've actually found an actual source and you realize, oh no, it's just AI telling you something.
Right.
My favorite is it'll give you like an AI overview. Then you click into the actual article and it's not even close to the information that was inside the article. So it's like, oh, okay, I can't even trust it to give me a quick little summary to make sure should I click into this link or not. So
it could be a bit of a problem sometimes. So do keep your eye on that. There is a lot going on we're going to get into today, guys. I just want to touch on a couple of the things. If you do or you are interested in, you could always always join the new membership here at the Two Dumb Yinzers. Mike put a lot of work into this over the weekend, and you know what? For some reason, mine didn't show up. Mike, can you throw your derpy up?
Let me get into my chat and see what happens here.
Because in order for me to sell this pitch, it has to work.
It has to work.
Again, guys, Mike he did a lot of work over the weekend on a new membership, and it could be a lot of fun providing it does work. We do have emojis of derpy. We have emojis of Vanilla Thunder. We have the shush emoji. We also have the terrible towel. And we do have brother. And again, I'm seeing Richard is having an issue as well. Mike, continue to work on this here as I continue on. But again, to sell this point, it probably has to work. So, guys, hang in there. Mike is working on it.
In the actual YouTube chat, it pops up. I am seeing Derpy. I am seeing Vanilla Thunder. I know on RN Ryan on Restream, it's not showing. But on YouTube, I am seeing.
Okay, I'm seeing that now too. And I'm seeing that Richard's came up as you. And okay. Yep. So maybe just on my end, it doesn't look like it worked. Which you can see how that could be an issue, but I'm not worried about that, guys. Again, Mike had created something over the weekend, and this is a lot of fun, actually. I do this on my baseball show that I watch. And I thought it was kind of dumb at first until I seen everybody else hoisting their cones when the Pirates scored. I thought, I want to hoist cones. And I did. I got a membership, guys. It's only $1.99 a month. You could cancel it anytime. If you do cancel it, you could still ride it out through the end of the month. In which you basically get, there's different things you'll see once you go onto YouTube. Again, for me as a 9-year-old trapped in a 47-year-old body, right? I really dig the emojis. Yes. And again, I'm seeing the derpy up on the screen, and I'm seeing the Vanilla Thunder and the shush, and there's a terrible towel. There's going to be more Steelers emojis as we do go along and as we do grow. But that is there for you guys. You could certainly become a member for $1.99 a month, and that money will go right back into the show. I can promise you that. Again, for me, I'm like a kindergarten kid. I think that it's the little pictures that make it the funnest. But lots of things, Mike. If you want to just go ahead and cap this off.
I would say thank you, Richard, for hopping onto the membership. Hey, guys, it's not like other channels where you have to be a member.
No,
and we won't read your messages. That will never change here on the Two Dumb Yinzers. So even if you're not a member, we're still going to read your messages.
It's for fun.
It's just for fun, guys. And like Ryan said, to help support the channel, put some money back in so we can up production value and have some fun and entertain you guys. So, if you purchase it like Richard did, thank you from the bottom of our heart. If you don't, guys,
thank you, Richard.
Man, let's.
Lots of cool things, Mike. Very good. Mike has been working on that heavily all weekend. Great job, Mike.
Thanks.
So if you're interested, go on and get it. You could not get it next month, whatever you want to do. Like I said, don't feel forced. Nothing changed. It's more for fun. Again, once you start seeing the derpy faces pop up on the terrible chat, the Vanilla Thunder faces, the sayings, the Pittsburgh Steelers stuff coming up again, the terrible towel, all kind of stuff. So do at least consider that. If not, again, nothing is held against you. Nothing will change. It is just something we're doing for fun. But anyway, guys, welcome back to the show. This is episode 1006. A lot going on at training camp, Mike. Just real quick, because I don't want to have to do this again in the show. Pirates get killed by the Reds over the weekend. They lose the series games 3-1. They'll be back at it tonight against Milwaukee in a 4-game set. First game starts at 7:40 at Milwaukee. The Pirates are 56-57. The trade deadline is today. So if you are into the Buccos and you're not totally caught up on Pittsburgh Steeler camp like everybody else is, that is the scoop. Also, I do know this. I do know that the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, they did win, Mike, over the weekend. They win 1-0 over the Oakland Roots SC team. They'll be back at it this Saturday against the Sacramento Republic FC. That is a 7 p.m. game here at home. Lots of stuff to get into today, guys. I got to be honest with you. Is it Aaron Rodgers going to be participating at preseason football games? Is it going to be Darnell Savage being released and replaced and still seeking after more safeties? Is it possibly, Mike, backs and backers aren't going anywhere? We thought that the tackling was done. We're providing, Mike, maybe it's even Pat Fryermuth saving babies at camp. So much stuff going on, so much stuff to get into. Welcome back to the Two Dumb Yinzers. But first, Mike, we can't continue without finishing what we started on Friday. Mike did in fact lose. He lost his trivia question, and now he's going to pay for it dearly as he eats crickets on the air on the show right in front of you. We'll see him chew them. We'll see him on his tongue. There they are. I could definitely testify that those are crickets in there. I even brought him a little thing of barbecue sauce. You'll see right there. If Casey wants to dip, Casey's having too much of an issue. Mike, this is, in fact, and listen, Mike, I thought that this was funny because Mike, I didn't know, hated bugs. So this is 100 times better than I thought. I thought Mike was going to be like, oh, yeah, throw them in his mouth. So therefore, this is going to be a lot of fun. Before we even do anything, Mike is going to eat bugs right here on the show. He's now sniffing the bugs. I do know, Mike, that they are salt and vinegar, so they are prepared for people to eat. But nonetheless, Mike hates bugs. It's going to be a lot of fun. He's going to eat them right now. Before we do even get started, Mike, these are, in fact, I have to give you the backstory on these crickets. They are, in fact, Aunt Peach's crotch crickets. That's right.
Oh, so that makes it even better.
That does make it better.
Okay, now you could have said that from the beginning, brother.
These are Aunt Peach's crotch crickets. Mike will be eating before we even go further on the show. So, Mike, let's take a look at what you're working with. Let's see one of these bad boys. Put it up in front of the screen so everyone knows which. There it is. Looks like a roach, but at the end of the day, like a roach. But there it is. That is a cricket. Mike, how many are you going to eat? You can eat one.
I'm going to go with one, and you know me, man.
I want a hot dog bun. You want something to put them on?
No.
What's your strategy? Because I know you don't like these.
I'm dip it and eat.
You are going to dip it in the barbecue?
I'm going to dip it and eat it. You know what?
All right. So hold on. Now you've been because I seen you over the weekend, and you were not. We were talking about a bunch of things. And he's like, "You're not really going to make me eat the bugs, are you?" I said, "Of course you're going to eat crickets." You might like it, as Steel Loyal is saying on the board. Who knows? We might be collecting you crickets every week on the show.
Brother, this is how Mike and Vanilla Thunder lives his life. Brother, you don't know how are you going to know it if you like it until you try it?
And if you eat this first one and you enjoy it, will you eat more? Because there's about 7.5.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I like to snack.
All right, so let's
bottoms up, boys.
Hold on, real quick. So just tell us how much you love bugs before you do this, because again, I know that you're not a big fan of this.
Brother, I hate bugs.
All right,
this is disgusting.
It's funny because Mike has barbecue sauce on his Aunt Derpy's crotch cricket as we speak, and he is going to take a bite. It literally looks like a French fry right now.
I tell you what, Somber, you have like the best luck of showing up at the absolute wrong time, brother.
At least you didn't have the jizz hat. We just had you wear the jizz hat too. Now, anyway, we'll get that next time. All right, so Mike right now, he's reluctantly going to eat a cricket. This is Aunt Peach's crotch cricket right here on the show. Go ahead and put her in, baby. Oh, it is in. Shoot it up. Is he throwing it up? What is he doing? How does it taste?
I tell you what, brother. I've had a lot of nasty things in my mouth.
And I know this. I seen it.
That's actually not bad.
Will you take the rest of the bag and dump it into your mouth is what I want to know, because there's 7.5, 8 crickets in that bag. And you have a drink right there to wash it right down. Will you eat the rest of that bag of crickets right here in front of your audience today?
Eat one more. This bad boy.
One more? Okay.
You probably can't see, but its little tail's out. We got antennae. We got wings. That shit was actually not bad.
All right. So Mike is going to eat his second Aunt Peach's crotch cricket of the day, starting off the week. I promised you, here he is with shoulder pads on, and there it goes down the hatch. Is there anything juicy squirting out?
No, I'll tell you what, the barbecue sauce is actually the worst part of it.
Really? And you love barbecue sauce and you hate bugs, so this is interesting. There you go. What
that
a
ain't
way.
Bad. Hey man, this is a time of change. Steelers, we got Mike McCarthy. Things are changing. I'm trying bugs.
Cricket legs in your teeth.
Season of change.
It is a changing. Absolutely.
Now they are kind of like chunks of it floating around my mouth. That might be a bit much.
So there you go. Mike did. He honored his loss. Of course, that was the contest on Friday. We'll do another one this Friday to see what Mike has to do next week, or he could win. So again, I can't promise anything. Mike, enjoying crickets.
These ain't bad.
To start off the show. This is week 2 of Pittsburgh Steelers training camp. Guys, it is on like Donkey Kong. We have so much to get into. As I mentioned at the top of the show, lots of big stories going on through this weekend. Again, we lost a safety, but we gained a safety.
Yes.
Also, Mike, backs on backers isn't going anywhere. The big news is of today. Aaron Rodgers playing in the preseason. I like this for many reasons. We'll get into that in a moment here. And also Pat Freiermuth saving babies at training camp. It's all today, guys. Welcome back to the Two Dumb Yinzers. We're glad to be back. We're glad to see you. How you doing? Yeah, Mike, you're looking good. You got your shoulder pads. I got my my jock strap on. We are ready for pads today, guys. And don't forget, it is pads themed. So this trivia question today will have to do with pads in football. So keep that in mind. I'm giving you a little heads up early. That way you can think on it. Mike, final words, crickets, pads, football camp, go for it. And then I'm going to hit the board.
I'm good on the crickets. I kind of zoned out. No, I'm not going to lie. I was thinking about the cricket stuck in my mouth. I am so sorry, brother. There's like chunks of cricket floating in the mouth. I'm just ready to talk about football and guys hitting each other with pads. There's been some good updates going on the board. Thank you, Summer. Some good updates. I'm catching up on the Twitter. Guys that you want to look good are starting to look really good. I can't wait to get into it, brother.
Honestly, you couldn't have started off to a better start as far as the Pittsburgh Steelers training camp in Westmoreland County has started off, Mike. Lots of great news. I mean, yes, of course, day one came and it was not such great news, injuries and such. But as time goes on, according to everything else going on, it seems like it's going well. Of course, injuries is something that a lot of teams are dealing with right now. People are coming back and getting, soft tissue injuries, just and serious injuries as well. But besides for that, Mike, everything else off to a good start here at training camp. So we're excited to get into week 2. Today is pads. As you can see, Mike has his shoulder pads on, and we wrap up this week Saturday with a Saturday night lights practice. And I do want to say Derpy will be live on the scene at Ground Zero on Thursday, so do be sure to turn it on Thursday as we get live reports from Derpy throughout the show. I think that in itself should be enough entertainment for you. But there you go. That is going to be this Thursday. Lots of things going on, Mike, but I can't continue to move on until I talk to the greatest group of people in the world, the Terrible Board. Welcome to you. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're coming from. We are glad to see you today. We have a great show planned for you. We're glad to see everybody back. Let's go right here to my man Richard. He says, let's get the hitting started. Can't wait for those pads on, my brother. And it is today. And again, we find out that the backs and backers drill is not going anywhere. We'll get into that here real soon. Corey, my man, hey fellas, he says, do check out Corey at Don't Drink That right here on YouTube. You like conspiracy theories? You'll like Corey. Go check him out here right on YouTube. My man, also, I want to say what's up to the original OG, Yinzer Joe. He says, what's up, Yinzer? Steelers really can't figure out what they want to do with safety. Can Savage and can they sign Savage and Jenkins, or can Savage and sign Jenkins? I'm sorry. Why not Wilson or Rapp? Guys, a lot going on. Again, big news in that regards over the weekend as well. And he follows it up with an, trade JPJ. Let's go here to Steel Loyal. Always great to see Steel Loyal from North Carolina. He says Savage couldn't get healthy. He couldn't get healthy, and he was man enough to admit it, and I can respect that. Let's go down here to Corey. Corey again says this. He says AI has blatantly lied to me and then admitted it was only trying to give me the answer it thought I wanted based off my interest in conspiracy theories. It made up 3 UFO files on daily encounters. I believe it. It's kind of doing its own thing. And again, I'm relying on you to let me know if my baseball team has won 4 or 5 games in a row. I'm relying on you to put a person together with 5, not 6 fingers. It just seems to still be a little bit off at the end of the day, this AI, but they're working hard. They're going to be putting it in everything. It'll be taking all of our jobs. So just give it a little time. Just relax. Let's go down here. Let's go to Steel Loyal also. Let's go back to him. He says this at Corey, me too. Every single time AI will send you on a goose. I agree. What is this goose chase with this AI? Listen, I'm glad I'm not the only one that sees it. I'm glad that, and listen, I'm not glad that Corey and Steele are dealing with this, but at the end of the day, if it was just me, then people would talk. But what the F? What the F, man? Let's continue down here, right to Corey. Corey says this at Steele. Hell yeah, it does. I only use it to organize my information for SEO, retention purposes, and pacing. I learned to never rely on it. And you know what? I learned my lesson. Let me jump up to the top here real quick. I do see Chris. Chris, are you still at Ground Zero? Are you still in town? Chris is in the house. He says pads are popping. Jeremy, Bernard, and Brandon Smith are catching everything. I think that maybe Chris is still at Ground Zero. Welcome back to the show. Let's continue on here a little bit. Let's go to Steel Loyal. I only use AI to make funny images at this point. And I do know that Pat McAfee is in the house. He is at camp today. That is true. That is 100% true. Also, I do want to say what's up to Dr. Sammy Munchkin. What's up, dude? Howdy, y'all. Great seeing Sammy back on the board. Welcome to the terrible board. Glad to see you. Let's go back to Corey. Corey says Claude AI won't even entertain conspiracy theories regarding real people because it flags it as disrespectful. How is this ever going to work? How is this? I don't know. They'll figure it out, I'm sure. They're geniuses. They get paid lots of money. I'm sure they'll make it work for them. Let's go right here to the people, person, and their families is the end of that. Conspiracy theories are disrespectful, still loyal, unbelievable. Raul, always great seeing Raul. He says, afternoon, fellas. Great seeing Raul back in the house, my man, back in the terrible board. I know you're ready for some Steelers, baby. This is week 2 of camp underway. Sup, fuckers? Summer says, what's up, fuckers? You might like it also. Still loyal says, followed up by saying, not much, Summer, just eating some crickets. Just eating some crickets, getting the day started. Let's go right here. You guys ever seen a Cleveland basement cricket? I have not.
I don't know if that's an actual cricket or a sex act.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of intrigued either way.
Sounds like something it jumped out of Aunt Peach's britches is what it sounds like to me. Let's go right here. He says, Tater. I'm sorry, Still Loyal says, yeah, don't drink that. It's Tater. He is the cricket amongst the group. 007, my man. Bugs are full of nutrition, Mike. There you go. You did something healthy today.
I did. A little extra protein in the diet.
Who says I don't do nothing for you? Look at you. I got you on a good health diet here. You're going to be healthy as can be.
Yeah. Until I get, start running out of the room throwing up.
Well, hey. You got to take the bad with the good, right? Let's go right here to Somber. Crunchy. Still Loyal says good protein. Also follows it up by saying it probably ain't really that bad. I can't imagine that. I mean, if it has salt and vinegar flavor on it, how bad can it be? It was tolerable, huh?
It was tolerable. It was not bad.
I was really hoping it was going to hit the back of your throat and you'd start doing that.
And I was worried there. The little pieces were flying around in the mouth. Like I said, the barbecue sauce didn't add much to the taste, but it did, help hold everything together.
I see. I do want to say this guy. Let me grab a few more before I do say that. Let's go right here. I do want to say what's up to Raul. Oh, did you get Raul? He says tastes like just like wild hickory nuts. Mike, nuts. There you go.
No comment, brother.
All right, JPJ's the GOAT, my man Tyrone. I tell you every time, he is not because you, my friend, are the GOAT. But you know what? I do agree with you, though, brother. Great seeing Tyrone on the terrible board as always, my friend. I hope you had a great weekend, sir. Still Loyal says it's probably like those salt and vinegar peanuts. Somber, excited about some Eli news. He says Eli Heidenreich trying to show off his past pro skills meets Sizzy Altamio in the B cap and holds up pretty well. Needs to do that type of stuff to make the roster. That was by way of Nick Faribault. That is the first Eli news you've seen, and I agree. That is I'm saying I seen a little bit over the weekend. I'll touch on that here shortly. Let's go right here. I want to say what's up to Felicia. Always great seeing Felicia back in the house. She says, hey, Ryan. Hey, Mike. Great seeing you, Felicia. We were just that much closer, sister. We have just this. We have 41 days till we kick the football off against Atlanta right here at Acrisure Stadium, Mike. But we have only 10 days till we play the Green Bay Packers right here at Acrisure Stadium. That's right. Next week, we have a football game that's going to be on your TV, my TV, everybody's TV. This will be nationally televised, the Packers, Steelers next week, and Aaron Rodgers will be playing. Lots of interesting stuff to get into today. Felicia, great to see you. Great to have you on the terrible board. We're getting pumped. First day of pads. Mike has his pads on. I have my jock strap on. We're ready to go. Let's go right here to I'm going to come down. Felicia said, I got my terrible sweet. That is awesome. Terrible towels. You got to get them out, guys. We got 10 days. Corey says, this when I was a teen, my GMA got laid off and we needed to move and somehow showed a house in Cleveland. About as big as a box, it felt like. The basement had 1,000 crickets on the wall. Mike, there you go. Now that you're the big cricket eater, huh?
No. One and done. All
right. Let's go here to Corey again. He says it looked like the walls were painted black, but it was all crickets. You could just walk along with your tongue, Mike, like the snozberries taste like snozberries seen on Willy Wonka. Just lick the wall. Felicia says this, loving the practice play hype because we're talking Steelers football, but it's not going to be. I'm not going to be delusional about it. You know what? That's all we ask. Just be yourself. bring what you feel about the team, and that's what makes the Terrible Board special. Let's go down here to my man Christophus. Always glad seeing Chris. I believe he is still down at ground zero. He says the pads are popping. Jeremy and Brandon Smith are catching everything. What we love to hear. Thank you for the updates, Chris. I'm going to hope that we can continue to get updates from Chris. Also, Mike, as anything is happening live time, real time, Mike will be getting that out to us. And I do want to say also, Derpy will be heading down to ground zero on Thursday. So do tune in. We will have Derpy giving us live updates from camp on Thursday. This all coming up this week as week 2 of camp kicks off. Mike, wrapped up by Saturday Night Lights this Saturday. It's so close. And not only that, Mike, we have a football game this week as the NFL Hall of Fame game also this week.
Yeah, and Kenny Pickett is going to start the Hall of Fame game.
Hey, couldn't ask for anything better if you're a Steeler fan. We're going to see some Kenny Pickett.
A couple updates from camp that I saw. DK Metcalf with a beautiful one-handed grab over Jamal Dean. Drew Aller with a 60-yard bomb in stride to a receiver. One of the receivers at the tail end of the depth chart, Burgess. He was looking good throughout practice and then got hurt. Had to be carted off. Trainers were working on his knee. He's seen grimacing. Those are a couple of the updates I have just seen. We'll have some defensive updates later about some pass rush stuff working against some offensive linemen. Some good, some bad. So, little teasers.
I think until today, the big story through the weekend, of course, was Darnell Savage, Mike. He decided he couldn't do it. It came down to him. Saying, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it done. And they released Darnell. And you know what? It was a man thing to do, and I respect him for that.
Yeah.
And in his place, Mike, in the same day, they re-signed Rayshawn Jenkins. He played all 17 games with the Cleveland Browns last year. He had 44 tackles and 1 interception in those 17 games. Played it for a couple different teams. But as I wake up today, and the news tells me that we're continuing to look for safeties. So again, Mike, this secondary that had such promise prior to camp starting. The secondary, a lot of incidences and a lot of things since camp started a week ago about this secondary, Mike. Is things going to be okay in the defensive backfield? I'm
hoping so. Right now, it's looking like corner depth is looking really good. Eccles has been playing well. He had I hate using training camp stats because they're kind of meaningless, but Eccles looked good. He picked off Aaron Rodgers earlier. Dalen Everett is, again, even with pads on, he's been making plays throughout the practice field, so he's looking good. Safety is kind of where you're starting to get a little worried. Because, right now, Robert Spears-Jennings, 7th-round rookie, is running with the first team. Because they're still slowly bringing back DeShon Elliott. Rayshawn just got here, so you're not going to expect a whole lot out of him. Safety depth is starting to worry me. It is. Ramsey's still out, Porter out. Both of those two guys, Porter and Ramsey, were seen working out on the sidelines, doing some light jogging. It's looking like they're both close to coming back. At least one of them, probably for sure, will be back soon. Probably Ramsey first.
Well, before you continue, Mike, I do want to say that there's a very fat man in town here that said that the Ramsey injury is appearing to be iffy. Mike, his health status is iffy. Could be worse than we originally thought. I mean, this is of today. This is what a really, really fat man says here in Pittsburgh. Again, do what you will with that information. But the word that he used in quotes was iffy on the health status of Jalen Ramsey.
I take whatever that reporter says with a huge grain of salt. But if it is iffy, we got to figure out the situation with Porter, because you have him, Dean, ASJ, and then Eccles. That's a good mix right there. One of those guys, probably Eccles, can move inside. But if we're losing Ramsey, that's a big part of the defense right there. Because he's someone that can slide back to play safety if needed. He can play that nickel role, that star role, or whatever the hell they want to call it role. That would be awesome to have there. But if he's injured, we definitely got to add another safety outside of Rayshawn.
I agree. And as I'm seeing late on the board, Kevin Reed says that Of course, Jordan Whitehead is still out there, who I'm pulling for. Let's get up back on the board here to Aaron Williams. It says we have so much talent, we don't know what to do with what we have. Like old Mother Hubbard, or who was the old mother that lived in a shoe that didn't know what to do? I don't know, something
old
like
Mother
this.
Hubbard.
There it is, Hubbard Mother. Let's go right here. Steel Loyal. He says Rico Dowdle just got tackled to the ground. Jamie Carlo, what's up, Jamie? Always great seeing you. Yo. Great to see you back on the terrible board, my man. This is week 2 of camp. Can't wait, brother. Tortilla, what's up? All the way from Sacramento, California, my man. Always great seeing Tortilla. Hope you had a good weekend. Let's go to Ty. Ty says, yes, Pat and McCarthy, not going to like that. Laugh my ass off. Go down here to Steel. 2-minute drill live on the Mac. Let's go to Jamie. He says, hey, Felicia. Steel Loyal offense ball, and offense has been balling. And again, as I said, Mike, you couldn't really, besides for those that secondary issues right now of just a bunch of things going on, you couldn't ask for a better start from this Pittsburgh Steelers team at St. Vincent College. Mike, last week camp going very well. Of course, a lot of good news. And again, even the people that were making the losers list of the week weren't really doing bad things. They just weren't exactly perhaps getting the reps of the people that were, and being able to make that way for themselves. But again, not a lot of bad news. I am a bit concerned, but it is early on in camp about this secondary, Mike, especially the safety room. We'll certainly be paying attention to that a lot more. DK caught it. Tyrone still says that is beautiful. Aaron Williams says this. He says, we're seeing how much talent and don't know how to deal with it. And you know what? That's a good problem, though, ain't it? I like having that problem because, again, at the end of the day, it could be a lot worse. And we could have no talent and just trying to figure out how the hell to get 22 guys on the same page. So that doesn't seem to be the issue for us. We'll certainly take it. Let's go to Steel Loyal. Roman Wilson, touchdown. Christopher says this. Roman Wilson did just catch a 50-yard bomb from Drew Aller. Mike, some Drew Aller. Some good news on him as last week as well with Drew.
Yeah. In the live action stuff, he's looking better and better. I was watching some of the accuracy drills where they have to hit one of the 3 targets in the net from a certain distance. My man totally missed the target. But then, like, you keep scrolling, and then the next couple are live action drills. He's hitting deep passes. So up and down day for Drew, which I kind of figured. He's a guy that they want to bring along slowly. I'm really interested to watch the Will Howard development to see if he can chase Mason Rudolph.
Absolutely. Let's go right here. Was he in? Was he out? Nobody knows. Going to go to Kevin. He says, hey, Yinzers. What's up, Kevin? Always great seeing Kevin Reno on the board. And also Somber, my man all the way from Los Angeles, California. Hey, yo. Great seeing you, man. Steel Loyal says he's targeting Roman. And that's what I'm hearing, Mike, last week. Roman was getting heavy on the targets. So, again, we'll continue to monitor that this week. Let's go here to the original OG. Yinzer Joe says JPJ needs to sign the $5 contract and get on the field to practice. The more he spends messing around, the more physical and mental mistakes he is going to make. Let's go here to Somber. Somber says, what hit the back of whose throat? Yeah, yes. Aunt Peach's crotch crickets apparently hit the back of Mike's throat. PQ interception I'm seeing on the board. PQ interception at camp right now. Maybe it was a couple minutes ago. Also, Cody. Great seeing Cody in the house. Damn defense held him, baby. Steel Loyal says, don't like that. Don't like they let them drive that easy, but got the stop. It's early. It is early. Cody says, defense, shut him down. Shut him down. Shut him down. Tyrone, my man, says this. That's good and bad. Laugh my ass off. I didn't know those play calls, to be honest. Hope this just feeling it out. Will Howard's turn, Steel Loyal says. Also, Tortilla says someone posted a video of Eli and 49ers fans thought it was a CMC AI in a Steelers uniform. We got one. Cody says Mike has his pad on. Mike does have his pad and his shoulder pads as well. He's all ready for any kind of...
It can never be too safe.
Hey, any kind of blood, anything, we got it covered right here on the show. Somber says my lady started her period today. She has her pads on too. And there you go. Jamie says this, Mike needs to put on some spikes. Put some spikes on the back of those and some, yes. Like the, who are they? The wrestlers.
The Road Warriors.
The Road Warriors, yeah. And we'll put a cricket painted on your forehead instead of a spider.
Exactly. Like that would be a Vanilla Thunder type get up. He would definitely rock the black spikes.
I like it. Let's welcome Mark Malone, the man, the myth, the mustache. Always great seeing Mark here on the terrible board. Always seeing you, great seeing you on the show. He says, will they have JPJ traded before the Green Bay game?
My man cannot help himself.
I know. I want to get I want to have a Tyrone meter on the board. Every time somebody says something, mine will go up, and then when somebody says something good, it'll go down. And monitor Tyrone's mood throughout the show. I think that could be a lot of fun for everybody except for Tyrone. I think. My apologies, my friend. Let's go here. Let's go to Ty. He says, I see a few JPJ jerseys, and I bet you do. I bet you sure do. Come on right here to Somber. Somber says Burgess got hurt after that bomb from Aller. Let's go right here. Let's go to Felicia. She says this. I see you're on that same clickbait you've been pushing on the other podcast. My man, you need new material. LOL. Every time you're both in this room, you tend to go at each other's throats. I think that this is kind of probably your thing. Let's go to Somber. Slaughter having a great day. Kevin Reed says they should sign Whitehead. I agree. Again, he was in last on Thursday to talk with the Steelers. Jordan Whitehead, of course, from right here. Right outside of Pittsburgh, and then also played at Pitt, also won a Super Bowl, also is a big-time game playmaker, would be great, of course, coming off the big surgery, so we will see with that. Somber says Howard in, batted at the line, complete the Pittman for a modest gain, then throws the ball away on a rollout, going for it on fourth down. Johnson gets the draw play and picks up the first. There you go.
Ooh, Caleb looking good for a play.
Let's see right here. Somber says Howard then hits Tanyan, who is, of course, Aaron Rodgers' former teammate from Green Bay, with 51 seconds on the clock. Timeout. Mark Malone says we need to lock up ASJ long-term. Trade Peasy Jr. Let's go here. Tyrone says, no, don't let Omar up there on the Pat show. I don't want to hear him. Definitely will check out. Let's go here to Somber. Somber says Will Howard engineering a 2-minute drive. Right connects with Jeremy Bernard on the 10 yards on a out route to move the chains. Tortilla Kabuli looks like he ate a huge grain of salt. What's up? I want to say what's up to Honda walking in the door. Gee, great to see you. This is week 2 of camp. The pads are on today. We wrap up the week with some Saturday Night Lights. We have the Packers next week. Derpy will be on the scene Thursday.
Yes.
Getting live reports from the Derp Dogs down at Ground Zero. Lots of things going on. Let's go here to Somber. Somber says next play, Howard goes deep to Perry. Got 2 hands on it, but the pass falls incomplete. DPI on the defense, though. Howard then overthrows Weegan in the back of the end zone.
Dude, like A.T. Perry, when he came out of the draft, I think it was like 2 years ago. I was really high on this kid. Yeah, like I hope they can find something with him. I like his size, like what he can do. Coming out of Wake Forest, wasn't a great team, but I thought he was a good player. I thought he had all the size and the tools to be a decent NFL player. So if we can't make the active roster, I hope he can stick around on the practice squad.
Let's go here to Somber. Somber says sounds like the defense won today. Last week the offense, of course, shining. This week, perhaps the defense is going to do that. Defense won the day is what Steel Loyal is saying. Tyrone, dang, even with 2 starters out too.
Yeah, with at the end of that Will Howard drive, he was picked off. I think either picked off or pass broken up in the last play by Dalen Everett is what I read, I think.
All right.
That's the name I saw.
Up-to-date information coming to you right here. Coming from Chris, coming from Somber, coming from Vanilla. Whole lots of stuff coming out right now. Live time. Cody says Somber from East Los Angeles, East LA. Steel Loyal says our defense is going to be something serious, and I hope you're right, and I hope they are, and I hope that it's not like last year, because last year this defense was talking about being one of the best ever, Mike, historic. Yeah. And of course that wasn't.
We saw how that happened.
So again, different players, different circumstances. Perhaps that's the difference this year. We will see. Tyrone says this. I hope I ain't getting my hopes yet. I did that last year, and they was ass. There it is, Jamie. There's the Road Warriors, of course. Somber says KJ looks good. Can't wait to see him in the preseason. As can I either. I like KJ, but again, let's see if he has what it takes. Let's go here to Yinzer Joe. He says JPJ is becoming less and less important because of the play of Asante Samuel Jr. Trade JPJ. Salute to G. What's up, brother? Always great seeing Steelmatic Honda on the board, my man. Let's go here to Cody. Says Asante sucks. Always keeping it interesting on the board. Let's go here back to G. G says salute, my brother. Let's go to Ty. Ty says, laugh my ass off. Samuel, a practice warrior. Calm down. Salute, brother, of course. Let's go here to Steel Loyal. Yes, Asante Samuel Jr. play in shorts is going to make them not want to extend JPJ. Y'all sound idiotic. Let's go here to G. Practice warrior. LOL. Cody, let's trade Zach Frazier and use McCollum. Let's go here to Sombry says they are idiotic. Mark Malone, defense looking really, really, really good with ASJ. Tyrone says, let's trade Troy and start Jones. Somber says, trade Warren, start Lou Nichols. Yinzer Joe says, Asante Samuel's the practice goat. Cody says, haha, my bad. I thought we were just saying stupid shit. Cody, you've been on the show for 3 years. You haven't.
That's all Cody does.
Don't stop now, my friend. Let's go. Yeah, let's go to Aaron. Aaron says, can we get rid of Mason? I know. Believe me, I'm right there with you. Jamie says, how is everybody watching? I do think that they're watching on ESPN probably as McAfee is on right now. I'm sure this is where they are seeing. Let's go here to Corey. Corey says, speaking of grains of salt, we should probably be satisfied either way, right? It's our D versus our offense. It sounds like our team is evenly matched from week to week. This is why joint practices help. And, of course, we're not doing the joint practice this year as announced earlier on. Let's go to Steel Loyal. He says, laugh my ass off. Mark Malone blocked me. Oh, Mark. It's always something. Let's go here to Days of Future Ass. Tortillas saying, Cody, all of the ASJ lovers, also of MVS. And finally, Somber says, Tortilla has entered the chat, baby. Welcome back to the show. This is episode 1006 of the Two Dumb Yinzers. So much to get into. But before I do move any further, guys, Mike worked on a project this weekend. He worked very hard at it. I'm going to give you that. Guys, we do have an option. Again, this is just an option. Don't feel obligated. Nothing will be held against you if you don't. Mike does have something now where you can join the membership of the Two Dumb Yinzers. And what it'll allow in this membership, it will allow you to post cool icons that are in correlation with the show. As of right now, if you notice on the board, you're going to see Derpy. There's a Derpy emoji con. Also, there is a Vanilla Thunder emoji con if you want to see that. Right now, you also can see the Boom and Brother. And finally, the Terrible Towel. As we speak, these are the 5 that are there. Again, it's $1.99 a month. Don't feel obligated. If you do, it will help us out. It will put some money back into the production of the show. Other than that, like I said, this is more for fun. I do it for a baseball game that or a baseball channel that I watch. And I got to be honest with you, I thought it was goofy. And I realized that, you know what, maybe I'm goofy because I love it. I love hoisting the cones during the Pirate game. I love doing all these things. So again, guys, that option is there. You can hit it. It was $1.99 a month. You can cancel anytime. No obligation. It is month by month, but you do get these really cool emoji cons. Again, I might be 10 years old up here, but at the end of the day, I think it's cool right there. I'm seeing on the board again, there's a Vanilla Thunder you see, a Derpy. You also see Brother. You also see Shh, and you also see the Terrible Towel. And I do want to say, Cody, welcome and thank you for your membership, sir. Cody is now a member. Thank you. And you will be able to enjoy these emojicons, guys. Again, Derpy, Vanilla Thunder, Brother, the word, Shh, the word, and the Terrible Towel. Use them as you will, plus 100 other YouTube emojicons there as well. So, guys, again, if you do, enjoy yourself. If you don't, again, nothing will be held against you. Something fun. Mike put it together. I dig it. I immediately got on and got my emojis. So again, Derpy, Mike, Brother, Shh, and the Terrible Towel is available to you right now. Get only $2 a month, $1.99. You really can't beat that, guys. Other than that, everything is free. You know that. We're not all about money. I know people work hard for their money. So again, this is for pure fun, and it will go into the show. So again, thank you, Cody, for your joining. And again, go to the membership section, and you'll be able to see all the different things and stuff for that as well. So thank you, Cody. Again, everybody, it's right there for you. Let's move along, guys. Lots of things to get into today. This is week 2. This is week 2 of camp at St. Vincent College in Latrobe. Guys have a lot of on the moment. And I do want to say, Felicia, thank you as well for your membership as well. Mike, we have to have something that we do. We need a sound or something for when people do get the membership.
I didn't
celebrate.
Think of that. Yeah, I only have for, for when anyone does like a super chat, we always do the Derpy.
Yeah.
We got the Derpy. I hate everything.
Listen, I'll work on something. We'll put something together.
And I don't have anything for any widgets for that.
All
I
right,
have this right here.
Nah, it just seems too money. I don't want it to be money.
Yeah, I don't want to see money either. That's
not about
for
money.
That's for the thank you for the super chat type.
Listen, because we have a lot of fun on the terrible board, guys. We all spend a lot of times here together, and again, that's all. That's
we'll
all.
Figure something out. We'll figure something out to celebrate it better.
Yeah. So thank you, Felicia. Thank you, Cody.
Yes,
you guys
thank
are
you.
awesome.
Who else was in there? I think Richard Jankowski.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Sommer says, welcome to the I Can't See Mark McClone Club. I did jump ahead a little bit because I had to see that. Maybe a JPJ the GOAT, maybe something like this. We're working on more as they come, guys. Again, let's go. You know what? I want to jump forward. I'm seeing so much, but let me get to where I am so I can get there. Again, Mike, a lot of big things that are going down with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I do want to talk about this. Darnell Savage, he did get released from the team over the weekend. He admitted, he says, guys, I'm not going to be able to do it. And I respect that about the young man. And again, unfortunately, you want everybody to succeed, but that's not going to be the case with Darnell Savage. He was released. And within hours, Mike, Rayshawn Jenkins, of course, the safety who played all season last year, all 17 games for the Browns, 44 tackles, 1 interception. He was signed to a 1-year deal. But as of this morning, the Steelers still searching for more safety help. Jordan Whitehead out there. I'm just saying, guys, I'm not playing favorites, but he went to my high school. But I'm just saying I will buy that jersey if it does, in fact, happen. But let me take just a split second here to say what's up to the Wild Derpster, as you were seeing on the terrible board. Sommer says, the Wild Derpster Derpy, how are you today, my friend?
Fantastic.
Good. Always ready for Derpy's delayed answers.
I don't know if you got my message earlier before the show.
More than likely.
I am making my way down Thursday to Latrobe.
We reported that. Derpy will be at Latrobe on Thursday. Ground Zero live reports from Derpy, guys. I got to be honest with you. I think that in itself will be entertaining enough, but do what you want. And as you can see, Derpy, you have on your screen, you do have an icon of yourself with no shirt on. They wouldn't let us.
Dang it.
Make the titties, but we got as good as we can. And I do want to say thank you to Sommer.
I'll take it, though.
So much for your membership, my friend. Thank you. Again, it's all going to go right back into the show production. We're not taking money and running off to
you guys are the best.
To the Netherlands or anything like this, guys. It will all certainly help the show.
Oh, damn it! I got to cancel my trip to go see Sosh. Damn it.
Well, you can go to Switzerland. Sosh is he's still allowed. Derpy, great to see you. Great to see everybody today. This is week 2. This is week 2, guys, heading into so much stuff. Of course, the NFL Hall of Fame game this week. Steelers pads this week. Saturday Night Lights. Next week, the Steelers play right here in Western Pennsylvania as the Packers come to town to take on the Steelers. And we're going to see some Aaron Rodgers out on that football field. If you can even believe that, guys, this makes me question even more what happened in the past. But we're going to get to a lot of the answers of this football team as we continue to learn about them moving forward. What's that?
He's starting?
Who?
In the preseason? Or
I don't know. He's going to play a couple games, and more than likely he'll probably start. I don't know. Again, I don't know the full detail, but we do know he will be playing.
Yeah.
Also, go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say, sorry to interrupt, but one of the things I saw was like 30 to 40 snaps per game for Rodgers.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of snaps.
That's a lot for preseason.
Yeah. Hopefully, he was just saying that in jest, but that's one thing that I saw was 30 to 40 snaps.
Let me come back here just a little bit, guys. Cody, we do thank you. He's old, somber. Okay. I don't have anyone blocked, Mark Malone is saying. There you go. Somber lighting up the board.
Thank you, brother.
Lighting up the board, rewarding people with memberships. Great. I can't even count how many it is. Thank you. Thank you, Somber. Guys, again, you could get a naked Derpy, a shirtless Derpy. You could also get a Vanilla Thunder. You could get the word brother. You could get the word shh. Or you could get the terrible towel and put it up on your screen all throughout, guys. Mike, throw it up a couple times. Let people see what's going on there. Again, we're just it's for fun. We're doing this for fun. We're not trying to go to the bank with this idea. Again, couple, I think it's $1.99, get you a month. You could cancel anytime. And again, it is month by month. I think you'll have a lot of fun with it with these particular emoticons, and they will also continue to grow.
That is okay. Now I see the icon.
As time goes on, and you can see right there on the latest one, Mike does have Derpy with no shirt. He also says brother, a picture of Vanilla Thunder, and the terrible towel. So there you go, guys. Have fun. Enjoy, as well as 100 other YouTube emoticons will be available to you as well. Brand new ones. So there you go, guys. Enough about us. Let's talk Steelers. Lots going on the board. I see Jello Donut, my man. Thank you. He's got the emoticons going. Thank you, sir. Everybody, thank you so much. Greatly appreciated for your support.
Yes.
Certainly appreciate it. Thank you.
The gifted. You're the man, dog.
Absolutely. Somber's absolutely gifted memberships. Thank you, sir. It all helps, my man. Let's go. Let's start some things. Like we did talk a little bit about the safety situation, so I'm going to just go right past that for the moment. Of course, that was pretty much the earlier news of the week. Today, some of the scoop that's going on today that I did bring up, we're going to touch on. We're going to get into a whole lot, Mike, all the way through the mock games over the weekend on Saturday's practice. In the last week, we're not going to miss a single thing. We're going to make sure every stone is unturned before the end of this show. So do stick around. We have a lot going on. Of course, Steelers starting up week 2. This is the padded practices, as you see in the beginning of the show. Mike did have his shoulder pads on. He was ready to go. But Mike, let's talk a moment just about the things that we are learning today. Aaron Rodgers it's being said that he is going to be playing in two, at least from what I'm under, unless the new news came out since I read this, 2 games in the preseason. Aaron Rodgers going to be playing, Mike, something that we didn't see at all last year. What's your take?
I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it either ways. You know, some teams have their starters quarterback not play, some have them play. What I'm concerned about is the amount of snaps. I don't want Aaron out there any more than he needs to be. I think it was said in jest, like that 30 to 40, 40 to 50 type snaps. That's like a whole game right there. So maybe a couple drives here and there to start out should be enough for Aaron Rodgers. So I hope that's all it is. Just a handful of drive, get his feet wet, and then get out there and let Mason Rudolph, let Will Howard, let Drew Aller get their reps in.
I was just gonna say, I think it's because he needs to get used to the new line, new weapons that he has, and get back to used to the McCarthy chemistry. I would assume, but that's just me for Rodgers.
What I like about this McCarthy ride so far is the transparency. I like that there's nothing that seems to be a secret. We're under Coach T. Again, I'm not bad-mouthing him. I'm just saying everything seemed to be under tight lip. Everything was a secret. And it was almost like Coach T was outthinking himself sometime, in my opinion, because everything seemed to be a secret, and it all turned into a Tomlinism at the end of the conference. So again, I'm liking that aspect of this ride, because everything has been transparent so far. There hasn't been any, well, we'll see. So that's, I do enjoy. Again, if I have to pick some things out that I am liking, of course, I mean, everything about camp so far has been spelled as great, and there's still a lot to learn. Who knows? Maybe who knows what we're going to see moving forward, but I like the transparency. Again, they don't care what you're doing in Baltimore with Aaron Rodgers. They don't. They got their own issues. They don't worry about what you're doing in Cincinnati. It might be in a newspaper article, but again, these don't need to be secrets, guys. At the end of the day, I like that. I like the transparency. Listen, if it was a game situation, we had the playoffs on the line, we had Baltimore this week, yes, then you can start keeping secrets and keeping things tight-lipped. But at the end of the day, it's a business. We're here. We're the customer. And again, to know these things is something that you would think would be something that fans would like. And we do like, and I do like the transparency. So again, I'm in favor of Aaron Rodgers playing in these first 2 games, because in the preseason, to everything that Derpy and Mike said, you got to get used to everybody. You don't have the same line that you had last year. You don't have the same weapons that you had last year. So, again, you have some pads on. I like to see you get out there and play some real-time football. I like this, Mike, Derpy. I like this. I like the fact that Aaron is going to be playing. I hated it last year to find out that he wasn't going to be playing in preseason.
Like I said, I can go either way. But, hey, if whatever decision you make, stick to it. And if he's going to go out there and play, let him play, but don't let him play a whole lot of football. Please don't. We don't need him out there that much.
If anybody knows how to handle Aaron Rodgers, I would think it would be of course, Coach Mack.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no problem with what's going on. Anything that's going on in camp right now, I'm cool with until it proves to be a disaster or something doesn't work our way. Right now people are optimistic, Mike. Even it's being said. Let me grab this one here, Mark Schlereth. Mark Schlereth says this, Mike. The Steelers are going to be sneaky good this season. I'm seeing more positive things from the national media now than we certainly have over the off season. To this point,
no, stay away. When they stay away, we do good.
Say what?
When the national media doesn't talk about us, we do good.
Oh, well, I do know that Schlereth said that the Steelers will be sneaky good. Also, Mike, according to Ian Rappaport, the optimism is a little more than usual surrounding the Steelers under Coach McCarthy. What else do we got here? Just a bunch of positive things that I love to hear. That over the past few years, it just kind of seemed like it was more of the same. You're seeing different things now. You're seeing answers to the questions that we possibly had, some of the issues that we possibly had with this team being addressed and worked on and hopefully being fixed. So, Mike, again, under this Mike McCarthy camp so far, this is day one of pads. So, again, there's still ways to go. But I got to be honest with you. I'm happy. I'm optimistic. I see the sneaky good that Schlereth is talking about. I'm optimistic as Ian Rappaport talks about and again, Mike, this is still, again, with some question marks going on in that safety room that none of us really want to have to deal with, but they're there. Other than this, Mike, a lot good going on with the Steelers.
A ton of good going on and a ton of good we're hearing, finally hearing in the national media. But kind of like Derby said, I kind of liked it better when no one was talking about us. When we were kind of, slipping under the radar, teams are going to know throughout the coaches, they'll know that, but the fans, part of fun for me being a fan is to talk shit on other teams and they go, yeah, right. You don't know what you're talking about. Then at the end of the year, look, I knew what I was talking about. Look where we're at. Look where you're at. So from that perspective of, hey, I don't want the media talking about us. It's just more or less for that fan rivalry to be able to talk shit. But it's also nice to know that, okay, these national media types are finally recognizing and seeing the work that the Steelers have done to build this roster, to remain competitive, to rebuild while remaining competitive, to set themselves up for a good year this year and down the line.
Absolutely. Before we do move on, a couple of things about the Steelers. Mike, we did talk about the safeties. We talked about, of course, losing Savage. We gained Jenkins. Mike, over the weekend, also Andrus Peat, the former offensive lineman for the Steelers just of last year. He did retire. Andrus Peat has retired from the NFL. And also, Mike, former undrafted free agent Shimon Maytire signed with the Carolina Panthers over the weekend. So, again, there's a name that we're not going to be talking about unless it's going to be sometime in the season when we play the Panthers. Those couple transactions over the weekend. Also, one other thing I do want to say, the Hall of Honor was revealed last week for the year. And I knew that you would love this one, Mike, because not only was it JT Thomas, not Jonathan Taylor Thomas, but JT Thomas. Not as only is it Craig Wolfley, but also Kevin Colbert, Mike, gets the nod into the Hall of Honor. I knew that you would love this. This is right up your alley.
Two guys and a bum.
Kevin Colbert, Mike, Hall of Honor for the rest of ever will be remembered.
Hey, the first half of Kevin Colbert's career, hell yeah, much deserved. This guy built some great rosters. He was finding guys like Aaron Smith in the 7th round. He found great value in every single round, and then he hit a wall. Like all great coaches, all great GMs, you hit a wall. Some things aren't going to turn out to be good every step of the way, and that's what happened to him. We're still digging our way out of that latter half of the Kevin Colbert era, but that does not erase what he did to get us there. So yeah, it's deserved, but you can't look at him just like everything he touched was perfect, and then every bad move was that's because of Coach Tom. They had a huge ton of overlap to where a lot of those good picks should be under Coach T then, but yeah, he gets.
Well, here's the thing about that argument, Mike. Coach T was here 20 years, so again, I mean, you really got to look at the big picture when you start pulling other people into it. But again, I just thought this was entertaining. Again, Kevin Colbert, somebody that you very not that much have great things to say about. Certainly toward the end of his tenure, but
towards the end was terrible.
I knew that you would like it. I support, guys. Welcome the 3 new names to the Hall of Honor. Again, JT Thomas, Craig Wolfley, Mike back with Tunchokin, of course. They spent time on the line. They spent time in the broadcast booth. Now they're back together. Tunchokin and Craig Wolfley together at the end of the line, guys. And again, thank you to Somber. Somber, again, making it happen. Brother, thank you so much with the membership, sir.
Thank you, Somber.
Thank you.
Man,
Thank
he's
you.
the man.
Damn. Money bags. Somber, are you looking to adopt a fat middle-aged white guy?
We have them with shirt and with no shirt. It's up to you. We have them all. Hair, no hair. We got the whole selection here, Somber. Choose anyone you like. A couple more things here, Mike, and we are going to get back to the board.
Quickly, Ryan, I just wanted to say, since you covered the Jenkins signing, I like that signing more than the Savage one.
The Jenkins?
Yeah, I like that signing more than the Savage.
Yeah, I like it too. Again, Savage, a lot of question. There was a lot of question. Again, He was having trouble getting on the team to begin with. Get the guy signed. It seemed like such a hassle. So again, that be the case. Guys, one last thing. The backs versus backers competition is still on. The drill is still on at practice. Apparently, Node's tackling. Yep. But again, I didn't see it with my own eyes. I don't know if anybody else seen it, but this is the word. The backs versus backers is still on. So if you're wondering, if you were concerned about the physicality of practice here at camp, that is still on. We did learn that. And finally, the other big news over the weekend, Pat Freiermuth is saving babies, cats, everything. You might as well throw a fire hat on this gentleman because, again, Mike, there's fans that started to get into a fist fight. And Pat Freiermuth grabbed the child from the harm and ran the child to safety. What a spectacular guy, Pat Freiermuth. Final thoughts on those two topics. Backers, Pat Freiermuth, before we get to the board and move on.
Youth, saving babies, hopefully catching a shit ton of touchdowns, saving our seasons. I'm all for it. Somber, I just looked into like the gifted membership thing. It's going to go through like our entire anyone that's subbed to us. So it's not just people who are watching it today, and then you have to be like opted in to be able to receive subs. So yeah, that's why they're just kind of going out willy-nilly.
Derpy.
That's just Pat Freiermuth for you. Good guy, doing the right thing. And the linebackers and D-backs, right?
Running backs, backs and backers.
Running backs and linebackers.
Yes.
Yeah, backs on backers.
Something, we're getting something. I mean, physical.
Also, guys, just going back to January, again, 203 days ago, the last time the Pittsburgh Steelers played a meaningful game, the game against the Houston Texans at Pittsburgh for the playoffs in the wild card round. It was reported, Mike, Aaron Rodgers says that he was sick before the playoff game. This coming out this morning, Aaron was saying that he was sick before that playoff game.
I saw that. Yeah. His play made me sick.
I did see that, or I've heard of that rumor.
Yeah. So again, everybody was sick when they lose a playoff game. It's just, I don't know. Again, he was, and I'm 48. I've heard this a million times in my life. Michael Jordan was sick in the playoffs. This player's sick. Every player's sick when it comes to a playoff loss. It's just what it is, guys. Again, I don't know. Can't confirm nor deny. But let's get back on the board here. Let me go to start right here. Yeah, Coach Derpy.
Quickly, you know how we said certain players have to prove themselves?
Yes.
I've been seeing some things with Roman Wilson. I don't know if you have. He's making some plays, and during the training this past week.
Roman Wilson looking really good, and he's also back in the good graces of Aaron Rodgers, which I think has got to be a good thing because at the end of the day, from what I've seen when Roman stepped on the field, he caught every ball that was thrown to him. He made the mistake late in the season, Mike, with that fumble, but at the end of the day, from everything that the eye test. It seemed to me like, okay, maybe if he did have things to work on, that's one thing. I think it comes down to the Aaron Rodgers connection. Yeah. At the end of the day, maybe last year Roman said, it's probably not that important to have a great rapport with Aaron Rodgers. Perhaps this happened. I don't know. But yes, everything I'm seeing regarding Roman Wilson so far is good news. Good news.
Yeah. What I saw too from today, him and Rodgers had a miscommunication early that led to an interception. But then after that, it looked like Roman had a really good practice.
Right.
Sounds good, guys.
Love to see with him. A lot of other guys are got to prove themselves in this training camp.
Get back to the board here. As it was happening, TJ was on the show. Of course, if you're watching, Cody says someone should get ASJ some 6-inch heels to play in. Felicia says became a member. We thank you so much, Felicia, and everybody else in Somber for everything that you are doing. Thank you, everybody. Again, guys, use your emojis as they're there. They're there for you. You might as well use them again. The terrible towel, a shirtless derpy, a big giant vanilla thunderhead, also shush and brother. They are there for you guys. Use them as you wish. Could be a lot of fun. Let's move forward right here. Steel Loyal says no, he's a dumbass, and he's in the other chat at Tyrone. Let's go here to Somber. Somber says, welcome to the I Can't See Mark Malone's Club, guys. Tyrone and Steel Loyal. Tyrone says this, I just peeped it, laughed my ass off, dang it, thought I got lucky. Let's go here to show me the money. Cody says, Felicia says, I asked last week and you guys came through. I'm glad to support, and we thank you, Felicia, and we're glad to have you. And listen, I won't keep doing the bye Felicia thing because listen, I have a 4th of July birthday. And I understand how things could get ridiculously old, ridiculously fast. And again, you said that I kind of wore off with you with the bye Felicia. So I will not do it again. Maybe sometimes, but not a lot. Again, if I hear about the fireworks on 4th of July one more time, who knows? Who knows what will happen? I feel what you're saying when things are just kind of overdid. But we love Felicia. We love having you here. Thank you so much for your support. Let's continue. Let's go to Tortilla. Get a Chewbacca growl as the super now. Yeah, maybe a Chewbacca growl, perhaps for the super chat noise. Could be a lot of fun. Throw up some ideas, guys, what you want to hear as the alert for a new member. Somber sending the poop again. He knows we love the poop here on the show. Thank you, Somber, as always. Happy poop. Still Loyal. Nope, we didn't get lucky. Mark is just in the wrong chat. Somber says, well, shit. The Wild Dirt's through in the house. TJ and Cam getting interviewed. Somber says, we did get that. Let's go here. Cody says this. Sante Samuel Jr. has dinosaur arms for legs. He has dinosaur arms for legs. Matter of fact, the game ball is going to be the next emoji we do work on. And you know what? Anybody that makes an observation, somebody has dinosaur arms for legs, gets a game ball in my book. Cody, there's a game ball for your brother. TJ talking about moving around. You know what? I think this is where we're going to dive next, since this is what was brought up on the board. Like TJ Watt, not only moving around, he is also being somewhat. Let me find my information here. Well, TJ Watt right now, Mike, he's all about embracing the change. Where at first it seemed like there was a little bit of reluctancy. There was a little bit, TJ, if I could find in my notes. Matter of fact, take this topic for a moment while I find what I'm looking for. Mike, TJ adjusting to moving around on the defense.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Right now, TJ Watt is talking really well about wanting to move around the defense. I think even in practice today, he did a couple reps blitzing from the inside. We saw that a handful of times over the last 2 years of TJ would do a couple rushes from the inside, and we're like, awesome, this is what we're going to see. And then we would go away from it. Now, whether that was coaches not liking what they were seeing or Watt saying, no, I don't like to do this. I want to see it before I believe it. I want to see it. If it happens after the first 4 weeks, hell yeah, and give it to me. I'll be happy about that.
Maybe it'll help us in the middle of the field.
I do want to say thank you to Tortilla as well. Yes. Also sending memberships. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Tortilla. But yeah, hopefully we see a lot more of it. He was dropping back in coverage, which he's done in the past, and he's really good at that. If he can keep embracing these changes, going back to what we did with him before he won the Defensive Player of the Year award, where all he did was rush, that would be awesome. Because that's when he was at his best, when he was doing everything, where teams couldn't just key in on him. He's just going to rush us. Even if he would just line up on the right side, you didn't know, what's he going to drop back in coverage? What's he going to stunt? But now it was just, for the past 4 or 5 years, loop around the side, loop around the side, loop around the side. Now, if he can get back to what he was before, that's going to help the defense immensely.
Yeah, go ahead, Derbs.
I was just going to say, not to mention that all the guys up front, guys that we have, we could now use TJ1 in any way we want with even with this new guy too, he can use as defensive quarterback. We can use it any way we want. TJ.
Absolutely, and again, there was the controversy. There was question. I mean, at the end of the day, was he just not in favor of doing it when it was the team's interest? Because again, this is not the first time that we heard about this. We heard about this last year at this time, Mike. But as of right now, I'm hearing that T.J. Watt is all about he's all about the change right now. A few other things that he did say, Mike. He says that he's loving what Coach McCarthy is doing. He likes the fact that he doesn't waste time. That is something that TJ has made. Also, Mike, TJ is also saying that he's focused on winning a Super Bowl, not playing games with Myles Garrett at the end of the day, where this this edge rusher position has certainly turned into this monster, where it's just this constant competition between these edge rushers and their names and who's getting the edge, Mike. And TJ Watt's saying that he's away from that. He's worrying about winning a Super Bowl finally because Mike, he is saying that he's sick and tired, quote, saying, of Pittsburgh's futility in the playoffs. Thoughts on TJ Watt?
Brother, where was that energy when you were doing over in playoff games? Zero tackles, zero sacks, zero assisted tackles. Where was that energy when you held up because you needed one penny more than Myles Garrett? It's funny now that you're starting to lose some of your luster and some of your appeal around the NFL. And now you see Myles Garrett going to the Rams where they are the locked on Super Bowl favorite. Now all of a sudden you want to talk about Super Bowls and you don't care about Myles Garrett. It seems like you still care about Myles Garrett. It's like you want to get that Super Bowl before he does. He's catching up with you on awards. He's catching up on you with in stats now. Brother, don't lie. Don't bullshit a bullshitter. It's very transparent that you are still comparing you and him, man. Now it's just not about the pockets. It's not about the stats. Now it's about the Super Bowl because you see him going to a Super Bowl contender. Why weren't you talking about winning Super Bowls for the past 5 years, 6 years, 7 years?
That's an interesting take, Mike. I didn't even put together the fact that the fact that it's the Rams that he's on. That's the front runner. Most people are picking the Rams to win the Super Bowl. So that's very interesting. I didn't make that correlation. So there you go. Now he's talking about Super Bowls because Myles Garrett's probably closer than a lot of people might believe who winning that Super Bowl than TJ Watt is. So again, your thoughts on TJ Watt, do throw it up on the board. Let me grab some more messages. That is what's going on with TJ. He's moving around more. And everybody has been saying this for probably about 5 years now. Why does he come from the same spot every single play? That can't possibly be keeping the offense on edge. That can't possibly keep them guessing, because at the end of the day, Mike, he was just relying on his physicality to do what everyone expected him to do. But now he's, as you said, getting a little older. He's kind of losing that. Well, now maybe he might want to be a teammate, a team player, as some may say, and make these adjustments.
It's just kind of suspicious.
Talking about Mike, his partner, Mike. I could just find it right here. Where did it go? Highsmith. Alex Highsmith, of course, I'm talking about. The other side of the defense. Alex Highsmith confirms he wants to be a Steeler for life. Does this make things interesting? Again, some of this money's got to start going to the offense moving forward. That's one. For two, we're going to be talking Highsmith's contract real soon. That's two. For three, if he wants to become a Steeler for life, what does that do for TJ Watt and, of course, Nick Herbig, who are already on board? Mike,
even JPJ.
Staying at the edge rusher position, what does this mean by Alex Highsmith declaring that he confirms he wants to be a Steeler for life?
And I want to have a threesome with Florence Pugh and Natalie Portman. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, brother.
Listen, if I could have had that 7-second delay that radios have, I would have put in Derpy and Finch's name in that.
But you want these things out of life. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, brother. Like TJ Watt shouldn't even have been a Steeler for life, because you won a Defensive Player of the Year award. Cool. You don't win a Super Bowl. Cam Hayward, cool. You've won the Walter Payton Award, Player of the Year award. You haven't won a Super Bowl. I always say, Mike Webster and and Franco Harris retired, Kansas City Chiefs and Seattle Seahawks. You two can go retire elsewhere. Joey Porter went and bounced around the league. Rod Woodson went and bounced around the NFL.
Joe Montana and Tom Brady, two of the arguable best quarterbacks in the history of the game.
Very few people get to be a one helmet guy in all kinds of sports. This is the free agency era. Usually you have to be an otherworldly generational talent for that to happen. You guys are great players, but you're not generational talents. You can go retire elsewhere. I would like for you to stay here as long as you're helping my team win and be productive. But it comes to a certain point. We have 3/5 of an offensive line to re-sign next year. We still have a starting cornerback to potentially re-sign. We've had a lot of good drafts. We have to make hard decisions of who we're going to keep. These old guys can't just stay around because they want to stay here forever. That's not how it works. It's the NFL, man. It means not for long. You got to churn and burn these rosters.
Yeah, I agree, Mike. Derpy?
Yeah, I mean, Highsmith, I want him to stay, but it's going to be rough.
I mean, that's a lot of money that's going to have to continue to go out on this defense. Again, at the end of the day, guys, we have a lot of offensive talent that we're going to have to pay next season. Yep. This offensive line, nobody's been paid yet. These young men are finally getting their chances. So at the end of the day, he's saying that he wants to be a Steeler for life. And at the end of the day, we're going to have to. What's the alternative? Go out and start over? You don't keep starting over on the offensive line. You build that solid core that's going to be here for the next decade. So at the end of the day, at some point, Mike, Derpy, as you were saying, Michael, it seems like that the door is going to hit him in the ass at some point. We just can't afford to keep 3 edge rushers. It's just not possible. It's just not human. And at the end of the day, I don't want to get rid of any of them, but one guy is certainly sucking up the most money. And some people, it's very controversial on whether you want him to go, stay. And again, that man is TJ Watt. Thank you again, Somber, for the memberships on the board. Somber working hard today.
He's the man.
Somber.
Thank you to everybody on the board. Thank you to everybody that is just tuning in for the first time today. Glad to see you, everybody. Welcome to the Two Dumb Yinzers. This is episode 1006. This is day 1 of the week 2 of Pittsburgh Steelers training camp in Latrobe, St. Vincent College in Latrobe, Western Pennsylvania, West Williams County.
And Tyrone still can't get one.
Is the Steelers what?
And Tyrone still can't get a gifted sub.
Oh no, he didn't get one.
No.
You know what? There's nothing that we could do for that. Like
there's literally nothing we can do.
I would personally give Tyrone one right now, but we can't.
I feel so bad for him. I would.
Pad's first day today. Of course, Mike, the Saturday Night Lights on Saturday. Hall of Fame game this week. NFL Hall of Fame game on your TV. Derpy in town. He'll be at Ground Zero at camp on Thursday for all the live updates from Derpy Live. I cannot wait for that. And Mike, just next week, we'll be playing a football game against the Green Bay Packers here in Pittsburgh. So much going on, so much to get excited about. The secondary is kind of worrying me a little bit, but again, still early. And this team doesn't seem to not leave stones unturned. So again, I think we'll probably have something ready for that. And again, it is only preseason. You want to keep that in mind as well. Yeah, Derpy.
Yeah.
I can feel the chilly weather now. The cold,
the cheerleading weather.
The chilly weather right now.
Yeah.
The cold weather.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Football's
almost here.
Derpy, did you miss Mike eating the crotch crickets at the beginning of the show? I think you might have missed it. Mike ate crickets on air. Yeah, he did. Yeah, show him the crickets that you eat, Mike. There they are. There they are. Mike was eating crickets. Not by force. He just likes to eat bugs. Let's move on, though. Let's go right here.
Mike.
Let me go to Jello Donut. He says this. I do want to say what's up to Jello. Welcome to the show. Always great to see you. Jello says this. Queen shut down the 2-minute drill to end the drive. I don't know if that's a good thing, if it's a weak link. Queen shutting down the offense. I do want to say this, guys. Did anybody catch the news? Patrick Queen changes his agent for a second time this offseason.
I was going to say, I thought it was a retweet.
Is it really? Is that was
no? I think it might actually be. He might actually be changing the agency again.
What's the deal with that, Mike? Again, this is another person at the end of this season is going to sing a tale about this young man. Of course, Patrick Queen, Mike, because it's more than likely not going to be another year for here in Pittsburgh in 2027. What's the deal? I mean, what's going on with his agents?
I don't know. Usually when guys do that, they're getting ready to hit free agency or renegotiate with the team. So he's getting ready for that. But
I mean, what's his agent getting him, like jawbreakers and bubble gum for? I don't understand.
Right.
I mean, he's going through some agents at this point.
It's crazy. Like I don't know what's going on, why he keeps doing that.
Let's move along. Glad to hear this from TJ. Tyrone says also, Yinzer Joe says, this why did they have Whitehead in but sign Jenkins, or why is Tyler Rapp or Donovan Wilson on the radar? You know what, as far as big as I am on Jordan Whitehead, he is coming off a serious surgery.
Yeah.
And he was in the big car accident, and basically a surgery similar to what Asante Samuel Jr. had went through. So hopefully all is well for him. I would love to have the young man, of course, Jordan Whitehead, on our squad, a Pitt guy, matter of fact, from my high school. So for that reason and that reason mostly, I support bringing Jordan in. But again, if he's not healthy enough at the end of the day, then he's just not healthy enough at the end of the day. There's not much you could do about it. So I'd like to see some Jordan Whitehead, but you know what? If it's not possible for whatever reason, I get that. I do get that. We want to win. We want to win.
Yeah, want to win. Like whoever's if he's not healthy, we already went through that with Savage, so it's smart not to bring him in and deal with all that.
Absolutely. Tortilla says Mark said he'd buy my membership. Let's go to Somber. Somber says Derpy is making his way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and he's homebound. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Somber, of course, I did pick up the lyrics on that. I believe her name was Vanessa something. Let's go right here. Jamie, hell yeah. Good for you guys. Thank you, sir.
Welcome, Tortilla.
Welcome, Tortilla.
Tortilla to the membership.
Hey, welcome, Tortilla. Thank you.
Tortilla's like, figured I'd spend the $2 before Somber spends 50.
And then right here, I am also seeing the Tortilla again on the memberships, guys. There is the membership badge. It is next to your name, guys. Again, that changes over time. As time goes on, the badge goes from a 1-month badge to a 2-month badge. Again, totally optional. We are not going to drive this home. This is for fun. I'm seeing Derpy pictures on the terrible board of Derpy with no shirt. I'm seeing Vanilla Thunder on the terrible board, guys. Also, there is the terrible towel in there as well, as we are getting our terrible towels warmed up, ready for the season.
Yeah, we got some new ones added throughout the show too. We had an exasperated Thunder plus Ryan's favorite, my guy.
I hate my guy. Why wouldn't you put mine as listen? Because that's something I actually said.
Oh, I forgot about that one. I was just doing that one. I'll choose that here.
Take my guy off of there. I hate that.
I'll change that one up for the day.
I hate that more than anything. When I hear somebody say my guy, it makes me want to just kick the shit out of him. It just does.
I forgot about listen. How can I forget about listen? I have a whole fucking t-shirt made that says listen.
Because a lot of times it's when somebody's trying to be a smart ass.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, well, you missed the stop sign, my guy. It's like, you're being a dick. Don't call me your guy. You know?
That needs to be the subscription noise. Listen.
Yeah, listen. That should be
that needs to be the noise.
I like that. Since Mike is making 53 emoticons for himself, make mine the sound at least. Fuck.
I'm sorry.
Let's continue.
This is why I need you here, man. I get tunnel vision.
Let's continue. Let's go to Corey. Corey says, who cares what you use the money for? You guys put it. I know, but I like to, because at the end of the day, we're not about money. It's never been what the show's been about. So I like to at least, explain that and put that information out there. But we thank everybody because it will certainly help out in the for the shows. Thank you guys. As always, Jella says this. I know Jella did become a member. Also, thank you, Jello. Also, thank you, Miss Pittsburgh. Thank you, Derpy. Everybody, guys, you guys are fantastic. A lot better of a turnout than I was expecting, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much to everybody for the memberships, joining on the terrible board and beyond, guys. And Tyrone says, damn. We got to get Tyrone up there. I don't care what it takes. We got to get Tyrone a membership. Let's go here. I do want to say thank you, Chef Salad. Thank you, Shiki Baby. I see Shiki Baby as well. Steeler Girl. Everybody, thank you so much. And again, welcome to the show. Welcome to the terrible board where your voice, your opinions, your thoughts run the show. Steeler Nation. Guys, it's all about you. Give us your thoughts on the board. We will talk about it all. I'm seeing a bunch of new names. Thank you. Caleb, thank you. The whole way down the list. Harley, Caleb. Steel Loyal says Somber just going to flex on us real quick.
Right? Somber got that money.
Somber, let's see. Somber making it rain. Steel Loyal says, laugh my ass off. YouTube hates Tyrone. I can't imagine anybody would hate Tyrone. I just can't. Tyrone is one of the easiest people I've ever known to get along with in my life. And especially on a computer, on screen to screen with somebody. I mean, nobody likes anybody when you're looking at them, their opinions on a screen.
Ryan, Mike.
Yep.
Did you fellas see this? Small Hands is starting the Hall of Fame game.
We did. Kenny Pickett will be.
Mentioned that.
We had a whole conversation about it. No,
Okay.
but Kenny Pickett will be starting, guys. If you are watching the Hall of Fame game this week, I'm sorry. The Carolina Panthers and whoever the hell they're playing, Carolina and the Cardinals, of course. Kenny Pickett will be starting for Carolina. I think it doesn't get any better for us Pittsburghers. Let's go down to right here. Tyrone says, yeah, I hate my job. As I have a work card, I can never super chat. Oh, man, it's all good, brother.
Dang.
You gotta do what you can do, man. Let's go here. Kai says this because it's not linked to my iPhone. I got you, man. No love lost, dude. Like I said, it's no problem. This is just for fun. I think the emojis are freaking amazing. I like the shirtless derpy, my favorite. Some Vanilla Thunder on there. The terrible towel, one I particularly like. Mark Malone says one of my chats didn't show up earlier either. I'm not sure, Mark. Steel Loyal says laugh my ass off. A member on the work card. Be a member on your work card.
Yeah.
He'll be sitting in accounting. What is this? Two dumb Yinzers.
Who the fuck's this guy? What's he doing?
Who is this guy with no shirt on? It keeps popping up. Let's go here. Okay,
I can do it again.
Damn it, Derpy. Jello Donut says, okay, brothers. Steel Loyal, laugh my ass off. Member on the work card. Cody says the defensive back everyone wants to replace Porter can't even ride the roller coaster at Kennywood. Of course, you have to be so tall.
Damn.
Is the reference that he's making there. Steel Loyal, my pay works for my Two Dumb Yinzers membership is a flex. That is a flex. While you're sitting in the stall in the bathroom, chatting on your phone, on our terrible board. Employee of the Year, Steel Loyal. There he is. Steel Loyal, Employee of the Year. Let's go again. Breaking news, TJ is eating peanut butter and jelly. Breaking news. Omar Mike McCarthy.
That is some breaking news.
Let's go here to Tortilla. Rodgers competing against Mason Rudolph for quarterback one was not on my bingo card. Ain't that the truth? Corey says that's Steel and put it in a baggie because he couldn't get a sack. Damn. Well, you know what?
Dang.
That's a game ball right there. Put it in the baggie because he couldn't get a sack. Of course, the PB and J.
Speaking of game ball, Ryan, listen in. Game ball emojis have just been added to the emoji list.
All right, there you go, guys. Listen.
There we go.
And the game ball emoji. So throw a game ball to Corey. And I think who was the last game ball?
I can't remember.
Was it Tortilla?
Might have been Tortilla. Tortilla always gets a lot of game balls.
Richard says this. It helps knock off the rust before the season starts. Omar looks so weird in shorts.
Mike, I got another one for you.
Be like seeing Derpy in shorts.
I hate everything. That needs to be one.
Hey, we have a list, so just keep giving us your ideas. But as you do see right on the board right there, you have listen and you have the game ball now added to the emojis that you do have access to as a member. Guys, have fun. I am seeing them pop up throughout the terrible board. Loving it, guys. Thank you so much again. Tyrone, he looks weird after my fist knocks his ass out. You know what? I hate to sound like a goober, but I'm giving another game ball. I'm game ball right there. Game ball to Tyrone. Let's continue forward here. Let's go. I am being awfully generous with the game balls today, but you know what? It's Monday. Pads. We got pads, full pads. Hope they ask about JPJ. Steele says, Mark Malone, I like that they're actually making use of their time. More coaching, less BSing. I agree. Corey says, which is fucking hilarious because everyone already knew what he was going to do most of the time, and he pretended it was a top secret information. Still great, and that's what I'm saying. For not a whole lot going on, everything seemed to be secret, and that So again, I'm embracing the change. I'm embracing the change. I want to see Rudolph get helmet smacked again. Tortilla. We play the Rams. We don't got Myles Garrett on the schedule this year, so. Let's go right here. Let's go to Cody. If anyone knows how to handle Rodgers, it's the robot he goes home to. And some things that were said about the robot, guys, he's giving his wife a whole lot of credit, Aaron Rodgers, because of what she did helping him get back with the family. He didn't have a relationship with his family, and apparently the wife helped that out, Aaron Rodgers. And then, of course, along with Coach McCarthy getting hired for the Steelers, she gave him permission to go back and play football another year. So the robot, are we ever going to see the wife ever? Maybe after retirement, perhaps.
I don't think so. I don't know, man. It's creepy. I don't know what's going on with the wife. He doesn't have to share anything with us, but usually marriage records are public record, and no one's like found out who it was. No one's published it. Like in this day and age where no one respects anyone's privacy, it's weird that it hasn't been leaked who it is.
I know. Yeah, right. Everything that he comes back to goes to this wife, though. Every conversation, everything. He got permission to go back to play. He's, listen, getting back with the family. I mean, why would he make that story up? So that's what's just making it interesting and weird, I think, ultimately with the Aaron Rodgers' wife situation. But those things are happening, as we do know. Let's continue forward here on the board. Let's go to Jello Donut. Jello says this: they are always saying how much more attention to detail McCarthy is compared, and I love that. I can't wait to see the results of this. And again, if those are the things that fix it, I am all aboard. By all means. Let's go to Ty. He says they sign in here. Here we go, Steelers. Let's go to Cody. He says this is the only team that every team you can with Mike Koff, Penn State. Same here. Here we go. Jello Donut is saying Steel Loyal says this: Pittsburgh is going to the Super Bowl. Here we go. Tyrone, sure. Here we go. Going to the Super Bowl. Here we go. Also, Somber, off doing some gifting. Thank you, my friend. Tortilla. Kevin got to 3 Super Bowls and won 2. Hey, that's true. That is true. I want to say
true.
Thank you to Tortilla on the super chat with the robo thought.
Thank you, Tortilla.
That's what I need. We're all gonna have those robo thoughts before you know it. You laugh now. But people aren't having kids anymore. People aren't hooking up anymore. At least when we got to go to the dance clubs and hang out with people, you had a chance of scoring and relationships and creating babies. We're also relying on the computer. And again, the robo chicks will be here soon enough. Believe that. And the fact of the matter is, we're not really doing what we usually do anymore. So just interesting question, certainly down the road. Let's go here to Frank. Frank, I do want to say welcome to Frank as well. He did receive a membership. Welcome to you. Andy, also End of Days. There's a name that we certainly recognize. Everybody, Jamie, Pittsburgh Primo, RB, of course, from the show. Everybody, guys, welcome again. Thank you. Somber getting it. No RB. Steelers says, laugh my ass off. Somber gifted RB. Cody is Lance here. Steel Loyal says that's poetic. I'm sorry, not pathetic. That is poetic. Let me make sure I come over here and thank Tortilla on that. Thank you, sir. Laugh my ass off. Okay, Somber, don't worry about it. That is what Tyrone is saying. Tortilla says this: they should let you choose who to gift. They should.
Right.
That's unfortunately not how it works. I apologize because, again, I would certainly make sure I took care of everybody. Somber is shipping RB a new bungee cord. I got to throw a game ball. The bungee cord. Come on, that's a good inside joke.
That's a good one.
I got to. I'm being extra generous today. So again, there you go. Yinzer Joe says, I really thought Savage was healthy. I didn't hear anything about his health or him fighting to stay on the team. It kind of came as a surprise, Joe. And that's what I'm seeing everywhere. A surprising move by the Steelers over the weekend by letting Darnell Savage go. But again, Savage, he said it himself. He doesn't think that he's going to be able to do it. So I got to give them that respect. They much beyond that you're able to do. So, of course, they did go out and, of course, get Rayshawn Jenkins, and they're still looking. So beyond that, it's safety. That is what's going on. Still loyal. I'm surprised they don't let you choose, to be honest. I am too. You can on Twitch. Catch up YouTube. I know it's random. Tortilla says this. That's like going to the really good deli and then realizing they're Browns fans. I agree. Tyrone says Pat asked for a Porter contract, so I see Omar look stupid. Let's go to Jello. Jello Donut says this. Pat doesn't ask hard questions anymore. He has keepers now. Yeah, true. Cody says, I seen Kobe play a whole game left-handed and win. I seen Kobe play. The Lakers came to play the Cavs quite a few years back. It was, matter of fact, when Dwight Howard was also on the Lakers. I don't know if you guys remember that. Cody and Dwight Howard team. I get to see them play. Cody says this. I seen Kobe play a whole game left-handed. Still loyal. Here comes A-Rod. Helicopter. Tortilla is saying the GOAT A-Rod MVP. That must have been going on for sure. Chris says all of our wide receivers looking great so far.
Good. We need them.
A-Rod and Steelers stuff is just wild to see. I thought the same thing from day one. Just seeing him in Steelers gear certainly is a different experience. Again, being an older person. Being somebody younger, maybe not so much, but us, we've seen 20 years of A-Rod in Green Bay damn near. So, again, it is kind of weird. A couple more, and then we're going to go to some new topics here, guys. Steel Loyal says, that's the first time I've ever seen DK Metcalf in real life. Holy shit. What the fuck is that? Steel, you're down there, huh? Are you down there, Steel? Ground zero. Yinzer Joe says around is the GOAT. People just throw the GOAT around willy-nilly. Don't know what a GOAT is. You know what? GOAT used to be bad.
Yeah.
When you were the GOAT, that meant that you fucked up. It just out of nowhere, it kind of became the what is it, the acronyms or with the letters of the name, the greatest of all time. But that used to be a bad thing. You didn't want to be the GOAT. If you was the GOAT, you effed up, man. Christopher, Caleb Johnson is having a good day catching the ball. Also, good to hear from that young man. Tyrone says A-Rod is a GOAT, top 5 all time. Not even, and that's true. I mean, his numbers certainly prove that. You really can't disagree. Laugh my ass off. A-Rod is unhinged right now. How do you even like me now? Interview. That is Steel Loyal on the Aaron Rodgers interview. Let's go here. Say welcome to a few more members that did come through. Seth, I do want to say welcome to you, and that was by way of Tortilla. Jello Donut says this, Mike, I love how A-Rod calls Kelsey Mr. Pfizer. A-Rod calls Kelsey Mr. Pfizer.
God,
What
an idiot.
Tortilla says, I don't want to accidentally buy Mark one. He says, can I pay not to have Mark get one? He's willing to pay double the price too. So there you go. Tyrone says those are weird. Most that get them don't even be in the chat every day. Or am I tripping? I don't know. I just know that I have a lot of fun when I watch my baseball games. I'm up there hitting cones and everything. I really I went into it thinking to myself, I don't know, this is kind of stupid. But I realized at that point I might have the intelligence, the brain capacity of an 8-year-old because I absolutely love them things.
I know, like when I mentioned it to you, I thought you were like, no, I don't know. You're like, oh yeah, dude, man, those emojis are awesome.
I was like, do it now. You want to do it now? Are you done yet? Did you start working on that?
Like all day yesterday. That's all I heard.
That's all I thought about.
And then I make him one personal for my guide. He's offended.
I hate that my guy. I hate it more than anything. I truly do.
I put it in there as a joke, and I didn't realize that would be one of the ones that popped up ready to go.
I don't know. It sounds too nice to. I don't know. There's something from being from Generation X, hearing somebody call somebody my guy that really weirds me out. It just weirds me out. Nothing personal. It just does. Let's go right here. Tyrone says those are weird. Okay, we did get that. Steel Loyal says this. Yeah, it's YouTube trying to get the non-chatters to chat. Let's see. We go right here to Cody. Cody for new members. Sound should be Mike saying Deontay Johnson is elite. There's a thought. Idea. Good idea. Keep throwing ideas up there. Mark Malone. All right, I made it to the party place. Mark made it to the party place. No, Mark, go away. Tyrone is saying. Laugh my ass off. A-Rod talking about COVID. Jello Donut says, good. Get him, Aaron. Let's go here. Mark Malono. I got ER running in the foreground now. Thank you. Or Tortai. I'm sorry. 8 Mile Malone. 8 Mile Malone. Tortilla saying. A-Rod just said like 8 Mile. Mark Malone says, feel like I've been running 8 miles a day lately. Tortilla A-Rod dropping hints at JPJ. We're going to get some JPJ going to be live. Tortilla says, I'm on a darkness retreat right now. A couple more guys. We're getting some new topics here as we do move along. Mark Malone says, do we think they'll trade JPJ or let him walk next year? Tyrone says, I just saw Steel City recaps, loyal. Let's go here. Black Thunder and Vanilla Widow. Black Thunder, Vanilla Widow. Ooh. Cody says, I would say Mike's closer to a threesome with Diddy and Epstein.
Does it still count? As a threesome?
That's a threesome.
You just don't explain yourself.
Right.
Anyone asks questions about it.
Don't ever.
I signed NDAs. I can't talk about it.
Let's go here to Tortilla. This is a small potato. Mike. JPJ is a big potato.
That's preferring to Spider-Man.
Cody says this ASJ without the A and the J can also spell MVS. It's true. It is true. Let's go right here. Mark Malone, we really do need to lock up ASJ long term. Welcome to Red Cross. Welcome to Kebab. I do want to say welcome to everybody. Again, thank you, Somber, BB Wheat, G. Control Your Vessel, everybody. Thank you so much. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the membership. Again, guys, we do have the new membership. We have Derpy with no shirt on. We have Vanilla Thunder.
Don't tempt me.
We have the Terrible Towel. Some sayings that coincide with the show. Also, Mike, we do have now new ones today and 100 YouTube, additional YouTube emojis are available as well. This is why I don't gamble. Somber says. Tortilla says the show is produced by Somber. Do check out Somber all the way out in Los Angeles, California, my man. Let's go right here to G. G says, get Derpy a LSU sweater. Let's go.
I'm going to burn that sweater.
Tyrone, he says this. Somber, don't worry about it, bro. I'm about it, bro. Tortilla says, watch Yinzer Joe get all of us. First try. Somber says, yeah, I'm done. YouTube God hates Tyrone. Confirmed.
Unbelievable.
That'd be all of our luck. We'll die and we'll go and there'll be Mark Malone will be God in heaven.
Oh, God.
The first thing you'll see, it won't be the big light. It'll be the big mustache. Go toward the mustache.
I'm talking about JPJ.
Yeah.
What's wrong with my child?
Let's go here. Let's go. We'll laugh my ass off. I must be that hated, to be honest. I like I said, if I could help you, I would. I just don't know how.
Yeah.
Even Moon and Favre, Yinzer Joe. I'm not sure what that's referring to, but again, those are some of my favorite quarterbacks. Number 1 and number 4, of course, back in their day. Somber is the GM of the 2-Dime Yinzers now. Let's go to Tyrone. I blame this card and Yinzer Joe and Mark if they didn't hate on JPJ so much, I would have got one. Perhaps. maybe the algorithm picked up on that shit. And they're like, you know what? Very unlikable or very abnormal opinion, maybe because everybody's constantly against you. Maybe that is what's happening, but I doubt it. And it's a very likable opinion because I like JPJ as well. The Iron Sheik. Yes, Mark Malone. Great seeing Iron Sheik. Sheiky baby. Jamie says, dying to see the highlights of today's practice. Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
I guess I just had to turn that on. Jamie says, whoever brought my membership, thank you. Tyrone said, I couldn't be gifted one. Let's go Somber. Yes, you have to accept gifted membership. So whatever you got to do that, make sure you do. And also,
just turned off.
Yeah, what is it, Mike? I mean, is there something they have to do? You have to accept gifted memberships. Like they can't be gifted a membership if they don't have that
Yeah, you have to go into like if you go to like our page where it says like join, you can click on it. There's 3 dots up in the corner. You click on that and you have to highlight accept membership or accept gifted membership.
So if you are having issues, try that. And if that brings a problem as well, just let us know. We'll try to get you, do everything that we can on our end to get you all set up. Excuse me. I do want to say what's up to B Smiles 84 back on the board, my man. Great to see you on the terrible board. I know you're ready for the Steelers. As we, Mike, I believe we have Thursday. There's a day in the middle of this week that's off, if I'm not mistaken. Steelers are in for a couple of days with the pads, and then there's a day off in the middle of the week. If I had it in front of me right here, let's see, the 4th, 5th. Yes, they're off on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, there will be no Steeler practice this week, guys. The pads start today. Tomorrow, it'll be 11:20 start. Thursday, it'll be an 11:20 start. Friday, it'll be an 11:20 start. And then Saturday, remember, guys, is the Saturday Night Lights practice. That's going to be a 6 p.m. start for Saturday Night Lights, and then they'll be back on Monday next week. So that's what's going on, along with the Hall of Fame game this week on TV, the Panthers and the Cardinals. Also, the Steelers will be back on the field next week. Mike, Green Bay coming to town for the first preseason game, and Aaron Rodgers will be playing as the latest news. And don't forget, Thursday, Derpy will be live on site at Ground Zero to get all the live information to us as much as he can down at camp this week. So we're really excited to have Derpy down there. B Smiles, my man, thank you so much for being back on the terrible board. We love having you here. Great to see you. And we're ready for these Steelers, baby. We're right there with you. Believe that. Still, Corey says this at Somber. You get my game ball, brother. You bought drinks for the entire club. You earned it. Somber, man. Hey, come on. How many? We got to give game balls to Somber. Look at the work he's doing today on the show. I do want to say what's up to J-Rod. J-Rod the Damager 420. I love the name. J-Rod the Damager 420 says hello, fellas. And I do want to say hello to you. Welcome to the show. Love the name, as a matter of fact.
Great name.
Kevin says, I hope Kenny throws a pick or two. Do you want to see a pick or two, or do you want to see him spike the ball into the ground again on a pass play? I don't know which one I would rather see. Tortilla
Overthrow. I'd rather see an overthrow.
I'd like to see him spike that damn ball into the ground. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. I mean, you've seen it happen through your life.
Yeah.
Baseball players do it sometime, but let's go. Corey says that Tortilla. I'd like to know how you got my ex's name.
What?
Oh, Robothought.
Okay, there we go.
Hey, I know her too, Corey. I think we might have both ran through that town. Let's go here to Cody. Cody says, every time you say scoring, I hear it in a butthead voice. Scoring. There it is. Corey does it as well. Also, J-Rod Damager 420 predictions for the Lions this year. I think the Lions are going to be all right. J-Rod. As a matter of fact, we're doing Derpy has a segment that he does every day now on the show, going through divisions. Matter of fact, the last division we did with Derpy was the NFC North, and I had Detroit doing very well in the division. They have the talent. I think last year was a down year. History doesn't serve them well, but at the end of the day, you know what? They have a damn good team on paper. Detroit is my squad out of the NFC North. A lot of Bears talk, a lot of Packers talk, down on the Vikings, of course. But I'm liking Detroit. So, J-Rod, glad to have you. Let's go here to Corey. Corey says, I tried watching Beavis and Butthead the other night with my wife, looked at me like I was a child and told me to turn it off. Yeah, I've been there. I've been there for sure. Cornholio. And the thing when I was in school, it was new. So we were going to school like repeating all the phrases the very next day. It was like the best thing ever.
I am the great Cornholio.
There's the Cornholio. Also, Cody says this. Aaron Rodgers finally gets to keep the helmet he shared with Calvin. Awesome.
That's a good one.
Chris says this. I'm heading to get round 2 of I told you love that steak on a stone. Good for you. Yeah. Fucking amazing, isn't it? He says, I'm heading to get round 2 of that steak on a stone, and I'm also adding a garlic butter lobster tail.
That sounds tempting. I might have to do that.
That sounds really fucking good right now, brother.
We all go down to the steak and stone. Let's go right here. Mark Malone, goats are sacred of the Iron Sheik. Dasher Heat, Derpy.
What's up, Dasher?
Cody says 3 dudes is called a train. Who is
All
the
right.
Lucky Pierre? They also have the Lucky Pierre and the three guys, right? The guy in the middle. I don't even know why. I do know why I know this. It has nothing to do with anything, but the Lucky Pierre is the guy in the middle of the threes. It was a show back in the day.
It was a show.
Hey now.
That's what we called it. Let's go right here. Corey says that was a real weekend at Epstein situation right there. Tortilla says we should
This
do
is a
Friday
great
night
idea.
fights and Darnell versus Broderick Jones.
That's
like
a great
it.
idea.
Let's get into some stuff, guys. A little bit going into last week. Let's finish up defense, and we do have to touch the offense. A lot of secondary talk, a lot of linebackers, edge rushers early in the show today. Let's continue forward on some defense talk. Then we're going to go to the second half of the show will be offense. Jaquan Brisker's mindset, all about getting turnovers this year.
Yeah.
Turnovers. Jan Brady said. Mike, this is a great thing to hear from your safety. We're all about turnovers this year. Patrick Graham, new things going on. Derpy, go ahead.
I mean, we've been doing turnovers defensively. It's just, can we punch it in, convert a touchdown? Instead, we usually just get a field goal or not even get it even in the red zone. So, like, you know what I mean, Ryan?
Absolutely. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Mike,
I see no different. I mean, I like the confidence by Brisker, but like, we've been doing that.
go ahead, Mike.
I was gonna say I hate to agree with Derpy, but yeah, we've been one of the better teams at creating turnovers the last handful of years. It's just getting the offense to flip them into touchdowns instead of threes. So if the defense keep that mindset of getting turnovers and they keep that rocking and rolling, and the offense can just take a little step forward, turn those threes to sevens, this team's going to be in a really good spot, man. Because the defense, like I said, under Tomlin and Austin, they were good at getting turnovers. If they keep that or even crank it up a notch or two, look the fuck out, man.
And that's what I'm hoping on, Mike. It's a lot of scheme. I mean, if the problems were what the problems were, then we should be able to benefit from this. And again, Jaquan Brisker, we're looking forward to you, my friend. He's a Pittsburgh guy. He went to Penn State. Back home. Couldn't be more excited, Mike. Turnovers are on his mind. That's exactly what we want to hear as fans. So more good news coming from the defense, coming from Steeler camp. One more defensive topic, and we are going to switch over to offense for the duration of the show. Guys, James Harrison. James Harrison's thoughts on the non-tackling. Of course, very controversial last week in Pittsburgh as it was announced that the Steelers were not going to tackle in camp this year. Fans lose their mind. Players, they're dealing with it. They know, some guys probably prefer. Some guys are probably, So this is what James Harrison said. Of course,
I think I did see this.
The legend, the silverback, the Super Bowl champion, James Harrison, Mike, the undrafted free agent, but being one of the better linebackers of all time here in Pittsburgh. James Harrison makes this comment, Mike. He says the Steelers can benefit from the lack of tackling because it gets you in better position, which I don't disagree with. But isn't there a better way of going about it? Maybe doing drills where you were focusing on that. Maybe doing drills without pads to focus on that. Stripping the whole tackling away when you have pads on, I think, is just a whole element. I don't disagree with what Mr. Harrison's saying here. James is making a great point.
Yeah.
We're able to work on positioning, angles, things like this better. But again, you could have done that in the first place. If you feel it was more effective without pads, take the pads off and do it, and then put the pads back on and tackle again. So again, Mike, Harrison is agreeing with what's going on. But again, some of the news that came out today, backs versus backers is not going away. So I'm going to ride this out and see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm going to see how it goes. If we finish about the same, mixed tackle rates as last year, like, okay, maybe it's just the players that we have on the team just can't fucking tackle, because last year, we've tackled in camp. This year we didn't. So, okay, it's not the coaching. Then at that point, it's going to be certain players who just don't know how to fucking tackle.
And I'm always willing to give everything a try. You know what I mean? If we do it and it doesn't work, then it'll give us something to bitch about. But if it does work, then you know what? Good for everybody. It's a positive. Yeah, Derps.
I was just gonna say, if it fixes third down situations in the middle of the field in our tackling situation, then I'm all for it.
Absolutely.
Well,
absolutely. Anything else on that, guys? We're going to switch over to onto the offense, see some topics on that. Again, everybody, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for support. Thank you for everybody on the terrible board. Thank you for everybody at home. Anything else on this defense, and then we'll switch over to the offense.
Got nothing, brother.
All right, let's go right here. Rooney on the offensive line. We need to come together once results from the heavily invested offensive line. The offensive line is going to be a big part of this football team this year, Mike. And it's 99% different than it was last year. Even the guys that started, they're on the other side of the line, which might be their original spots, albeit not a lot of experience in the NFL at those spots. And then also, Mike, the right side of the line, still makeshift, still a work in progress. Rooney wants to see this offensive line come together. We need this offensive line to come together if we plan on being able to use our weapons that we just acquired, Mike, of course, at the receiver position, running back room, everything. We're going to need the offensive line to be successful. What do you see from this offensive line moving forward? Good stuff coming out of camp so far.
Oh, yeah.
Spencer Anderson, Dylan Cook, a bunch of different names that maybe we didn't expect. Good things coming from the offensive line so far.
Yeah, and from what I saw today, just reports I saw, no surprise, Zach Frazier just handled everyone that he went up against. If they beat him on their initial move to finish out the rep, he found a way to win that rep. To where, they didn't get to the quarterback or the running back. He looked good. Mason McCormick, from what I read, looked a whole hell of a lot better than last year. He looked solid. Looked really good. Looked like Dylan Cook and Troy Fatano both got beat by TJ Watt, but that's what I am expecting out of TJ Watt, is them to beat them. Alex Highsmith sounded like he split, his reps against Dylan Cook and Troy Fatano, kind of what you expect right there. That's a much even matchup for those guys. Mad Max, he had an up and down day, but not like a terrible up and down days. Like TJ Watt ran through his chest because he got his hands in the wrong position, got him up, but they were spread out too wide to get the punch in, and Watt exploited that. But he also had another good follow-up rep, I guess, I think was against Alex Highsmith. So Watt's looking good going up against these guys. Highsmith, he's getting in battle with these guys. So I think that's encouraging for both groups right there. Watt's looking like how he should, and these young offensive linemen, they're holding their own against the guys that they should hold their own against, and they're struggling against someone who should be making those guys struggle, but nothing to where it was like so egregiously bad. It was just Watt beat them on their first step. He was that quick, or he overpowered them. So looking good all the way around, because you can't, Watt's a Hall of Famer. These guys are up and coming. These are good signs, though. They lost reps, but they weren't getting absolutely destroyed.
Derpy, any thoughts offensive line? Again, Rooney's calling for them to step it up, pick up the pace, get it together. As a matter of fact, come together was the exact term that was used, because, again, a lot rides on this offense. And, again, it's going to be time to figure out paychecks next year. And this offensive line, it would certainly benefit them to have a great season.
I mean, even though it's all in experience, I really like the ceiling for all of them and this reworked line. Still, though, the question is the injuries and the depth, but I think we'll be okay. We'll be able to ride it out and get some other guys if that's the case. But I really do like the ceiling for this O-line.
Also, right here, Coach Max says this. He is very impressed. I want to emphasize on the words that are being emphasized right here. Very impressed with Spencer Anderson and Dylan Cook early on. Again, whatever that means, I don't know. It doesn't mean that he's going to slot them in as starters when it's all said and done. I don't know. But what I do know right now is that Coach Mack is very impressed with both of those gentlemen, Spencer Anderson and Dylan Cook, Mike.
And Spencer Anderson, he's been the talk of the offseason. There's been rumors and rumblings that he will get a contract extension.
That's interesting.
Interesting, because Mason McCormick's been the starter for the past 2 years now.
Yes.
You just drafted someone in Dunker that you're the fourth round pick, so that's a high investment. Interesting development out of camp for Spencer Anderson. But hey, if he's progressing that way, good problem to have. This has shown that we've been drafting and developing well for the past handful of years. And now you get even better O-line coaches. That's going to be even better for those guys.
Wasn't Anderson signed last season to like a 2-year deal or something?
No, this was the draft pick.
Oh, the draft pick. You're right.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got on this offensive on the offensive front, guys. A few things here. Let's talk about Will Howard. Will Howard, of course. Listen. Both of these quarterbacks are doing really well. They are. I mean, one better than the other. None better than the other. Right here, Coach Mack. Will Howard is on a really good path. Is one of the things I'm seeing him say. So again, I mean, whatever is coming out right now, Mike. It's only been 5 days into the practice year, into training camp.
Yeah.
Again, what we're going to find out in the long term with these two guys. One thing that I do know is Aaron Rodgers will be the starting quarterback. More than likely, Mason Rudolph is going to be the backup. If not, again, perhaps Will Howard. But right now, Coach Mack is talking good of every quarterback in the room. There's nothing that's not being said that's good about any of the four guys. As a matter of fact, as I'm reading over the weekend, it's more and more likely as we get closer that we do keep four quarterbacks when it's all said and done. I don't know the answer, Mike. Right now, all the quarterbacks looking pretty good.
Yeah, and they're all, especially the two backup or the two young guys, they're each hitting what it seems like their developmental milestones of what the team wants to see. I just find it funny online. Everyone's comparing Aller and Howard head to head. It's like, you can't do that, man. Like, one is getting ready is competing for the number 2 spot. The other is just trying to get better, trying to learn the foundations of what Mike McCarthy wants out of a pro quarterback. Two completely different trajectories right now, but it seems like they're hitting what they want out of each one. And that's a good sign. Neither one of them has struggled. You haven't heard any reports from coaches or even people there going, oh my God, they look completely lost. So all good things coming out of that quarterback room right now.
I like to hear it, Derpy. I know one of you is a Drew Aller guy, one's a Will Howard guy. Derpy, what's your thoughts?
I mean, we signed the coach, the QB guru, Mike McCarthy.
All right.
Yeah,
good point.
This is why, why that hiring looks better and better. Like, these guys are both improving better and better. I can speak more clearly about Drew Aller than I can Will Howard about their development. Go back and look at Drew Aller the last 2 years at Penn State to where he's practicing the way he's practicing now, the way he's throwing. Yes, one's live action, one is, just training camp, but the mechanics, it is a night and day difference. How quickly he's changed his throwing motion. Usually it could take guys a year or two to get that locked down. He's just a handful of months from OTAs to now. He looks crisp and smooth doing it. And it's almost like it's second nature right now. He's always had the raw physical abilities, just can't he put it all together? And he's finally has coaching to put it together. And Will Howard came in a more finished product coming out of Ohio State. So he has a better building block. And coming out, he was one of those guys, if you get him in the right system, could be that game manager type quarterback that is not going to, you don't have to put everything on his shoulders. Just go out there, play your brand of football, get the ball to those guys. So he could be that guy if he pans out and Drew Aller doesn't, just be a facilitator of the offense. And if Aller pans out, he has all those physical tools to where he could be one of those guys that's slinging it up and down the field.
I was going to say, I agree, Mike. Aller has the arm, definitely for sure. He definitely has the arm over Howard. But can he make those right choices in a situation where he's under pressure? And I think that's the key. And then we'll have to give him some time to develop. Yeah. That's the other thing. That Will Howard has that ability. He just doesn't have the arm that Aller has.
It's like if you can combine.
Yeah, can we take both these guys and
really
cut off one guy's arm and put it on the other guy's shoulder? And
really, they combined. They have the traits you're looking for. Will Howard's the more sneaky athletic of the two. He has better escapability than Drew Aller. It's and he has the better recognition right now. And Drew Aller has all the physical tools. He has the big arm. He can sling it. It's just making the every down throws. That's Drew Eller's things. Getting the right read and just connecting on those. But if you want him to sling it downfield and hit those big throws, he can do that in his sleep. Whereas Will Howard, he can do those other little analytical things. So they are combined the perfect quarterback.
We're going to stay on quarterbacks here for a few minutes. Great insight from both of you. One of you guys are a Penn State guy. One of you guys are Ohio State, of course. So to get both you guys' insight on that, certainly appreciative
Another
of
thing, Ryan.
that. Yeah, Derpy.
I mean, usually they say that if you have two quarterbacks, you don't have your guy. With the potential of both Howard and Aller, they could use them both in different situations.
Absolutely. And also having two guys is almost put you more of a can't miss situation. If you miss with both of these, and now, what are we doing? So again, I like the idea of having them both. I'm glad that I'm not in your positions. I'm glad neither one of them are my guy, because I would be taking it more personally as I did when Kenny was here. So again, I get it. I totally understand you guys, and I give you shit for that. And it's just what it is. But at the end of the day, you guys have the scoop. You guys watch these teams every week. I don't. So again, thank you for your take. Let's get a couple of comments here, Micah. We are going to stick on quarterbacks here for a little while on the show. Again, welcome to the Two Dumb Yinzers, guys, episode 1006. This is the start of pads today. The Steelers went out there this morning, started practice with pads. This is what we couldn't wait for. Also, this is just a good marker and indicator that we're just that much closer to playing football as the Steelers get together and play with the Packers next week. We'll be on all of our screens next week. In fact, if you're not going to be down at the game. So again, we're getting close. Let me grab couple messages here. I'm going to start with Jello Donut. Always glad seeing Jello on this terrible board, my man. He says this. He says if
there it is. There's the pads.
Mike's got the pads on. Look at him go. Let's go right here. If y'all didn't hear Aaron Rodgers' interview, go back and listen. Absolute banger. And glad he has balls to call out Vrabes and Rossini, Fauci, and Kelsey. Makes me like A-Rod even more. You know what? And I'm finding out that he is an interesting guy. You always heard that. You always heard he was a weird guy. He's interesting. I don't mind him now, Mike. I hated the fact he was coming prior to him coming initially. I like him now. I don't know. I mean, he's not. People always said he's all about him. It's all, and even if he is, he resonates that throughout the team to make them play better. I really feel that without Aaron Rodgers, Mike, if this was a Mason Rudolph ran team last year, this team isn't 10-7. This team don't go to the playoffs. This team don't win a division.
No.
So again, he's coming, he's trying, he's doing his thing. I respect that. He's a bridge quarterback. We know that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm liking what the guy brings.
Yeah, like on the field, man, he's leading this team the right way. I'm liking it. He's keeping the locker room together too. And, he's helping with the transition from the old coaching staff to the new coaching staff, too, keeping everyone on the right page. And I love the way he's working with the young quarterbacks.
Absolutely.
He said, hey, it's not my job, but if they ask me questions, I will give them all kind of information that they want. And both quarterbacks are doing it now towards the point where I saw some of the stuff. It was the guys are saying, yeah, Aaron's coming up to us unprompted and giving us advice.
Yeah.
And so this is a good thing. And hopefully one of these two can pan out because they can pick his brain and have his knowledge and they're able to translate that onto the field to a high level. We're in a good situation.
He has a way of bringing other people into his fortunes in a sense, because at the end of the day, it's not really all about Aaron. I thought it was going to be a circus. I truly, honestly did. It was going to be the Aaron Rodgers show, and it's not. He brings people into his world, and again, he takes them out to a rodeo or wherever the hell's going on. He's really focused, Mike. He's really committed to the team. I like that. This wasn't these weren't the things I was expecting to get from Aaron Rodgers initially. These are the things that we did get with Aaron Rodgers, and I got to be honest, I'm thrilled for a bridge quarterback. This could be a lot worse. It truly could be a lot worse situation. Look what happened with the Jets. Look at other teams that are using bridge quarterbacks to try to buy time to find their guy. It doesn't always work good. You don't always finish 10-7, make the playoffs, and win the division in that situation where we are. So again, I'm grateful what Aaron Rodgers is bringing to the table, and again, I hope that he could move forward with that situation this year, again, with better skill players, a different system. We're all hoping and praying that this thing could just continuing to move in the right direction when the rest of the football world is telling us that it isn't. Over and over, everything the Steelers does, they have something to say, they have something to badmouth, but at the end of the day, we end up being the team that gets into the playoffs, wins the division, wins double digits. So we're going to continue doing what we do here in Pittsburgh. That means we're going to win some football games. Let's move forward. Jello says, fuck those frauds. Fuck those frauds. Also, Mark Malone says, major reason why they are not going to sign JPJ. I also want to make this comment while the JPJ comment did come up again. I missed this on defense. Asante Samuels Jr. guy says that he feels miles better this season than he did last year. He says, I'm starting to feel like my old self again. Again, it's just words at the end of the day, but again, it's positive, optimistic words that I like to hear as a Steeler fan, certainly moving forward and having issues in the secondary at the moment. This is encouraging to hear.
Oh, yeah. I love that he's playing well, that he's healthy. I liked him when he came out of Florida State. You know, when he went with the Chargers, I thought he was on a very good upwards trajectory until that injury.
Absolutely. I love the name anyway. If you knew his dad, you figured the kid was going to be good. Let's get back on the offense. Of course, I think Sommer brought up earlier a little bit about Eli. Of course, little Eli might getting more and more opportunity in the passing game. He says this going into today's practice, I'm eager to put the pads on, play some real football. Mike, he's saying it just feels natural to me, as well as ASJ is saying. A lot of these guys getting back in the form, getting in the mode. Again, what this means in the big picture, we don't know, but we know that the guys are ready to play. Their heads are in the game. And again, I think that goes to credit, not all the credit, but somewhat credit to Coach Mack and the way he's, running the ship. I like this. I think we're going to see the results from this. And again, I think the guys, once they, it's tough to make change. Once you get used to the new system, I think they're going to buy into it. And again, hopefully just going to be more beneficial and lead us to more success.
Yeah, it seems like everyone is buying into it, man. I'm loving it. Loving what I'm hearing from this team.
Absolutely. We were talking about Aaron here, Mike. A couple things about Aaron Rodgers. Him and Pat Freiermuth. The connection seems to be heating up with Pat. Also, this is what you're hearing from a lot of receivers. DK and Aaron couldn't look any better. Pat Freiermuth and Aaron Rodgers couldn't look any better. Roman Wilson, who has had very little opportunity with this team to this point in his career, him and Aaron is looking better. Again, just more things, Mike. As who was it? Adam Schefter or one of them says that this team is where'd it go? A little bit more. Okay, here it is. A little more than usual surrounding the Steelers' optimism. The team. There's more optimism, and that's coming from Adam Schefter. Again, this is nobody from in our camp. This is somebody from the outside. Is saying that it just seems more optimistic, and I couldn't agree more.
It's like they're finally seeing what we have been talking about all off season, and you look past the quarterback room, look past whoever the head coach is, look at the roster that Con and Weidel have built the past 4 years. Like, this is a team that has, like I said before, been built to remain competitive while building for the future. And right now, this is the most complete roster we've had in a long ass time. Because we have some older players on there, but this team has gotten younger with a lot of good young talent put into it, and then some key veterans that have won championships, that have, or even if they haven't, they've come from teams that they've played a lot of starting football for it and that played well on, and now they're all coming together here. This is just like the perfect storm for 2026, 2027 season of the Steelers, man. It's going to be a damn good year. Now, if they had like a younger, more exciting quarterback, I think people would be like, oh my God, this team's ready to explode. If we would have drafted someone like Ty Simpson in the first round, they would be like, oh my God, you get him in there, this team's going to take off. But because, we have Aaron Rodgers, Will Howard, Drew Aller, everyone's kind of like just boo-booing it until they actually get here and look and see the way things have been built and the talent that they have.
It's been Mike through the first 4 practices anyway. I didn't get into get all the full information from today. We'll continue to do that, of course, throughout the show and throughout the day. I will continue as well, Mike. But Aaron Rodgers has been lighting up practice. That has been very encouraging. Again, at 43, he's going to be 43 during this season, and this will be something that you continue to hear. Wow, your quarterback is 43. How's Unc going to play? Is he too old to play? So again, guys, he is all the way up to last week. Again, today, I'm assuming everything looked good. The board didn't tell us otherwise. Mike didn't tell me otherwise. But Mike, as of the practice is wrapped up on Saturday. He has been lighting up practice ever since. So again, very encouraging, just more stuff to get excited about. One thing that you were talking about briefly though, Mike, that an offensive lineman had made a comment about. You talked about maybe next year, what's going to go on, what's going to happen after this, looking at quarterbacks outside of Pittsburgh. Willie Colon makes this comment, Mike. Willie Colon on Baker Mayfield says he'll be a Steeler. Willie Colon, Mike, the
Ryan,
offensive
I'm not
lineman.
against it.
What, Derpy?
I'm not against it.
I mean, at this point, I don't even want to think about it because obviously we have a whole thing going on. But right now,
Right.
we'll take a look. His numbers were the lowest that they've been in a long time last year, just slightly better than Aaron Rodgers' numbers last year. So that's something you want to consider watching Baker Mayfield play out this year. I think watching the process play out is beneficial as a Steeler fan because, again, if he gets back to playing shape that he was in before, when he was, getting the Browns to the playoff, come on, that's a big feat. Getting the Browns to the playoffs and winning. So at the end of the day, I don't hate it right now, but again, I'm focused on what we do have in front of us. Mike, Willie Colon, Baker Mayfield will be a Steeler.
I don't think he will be. I think they're going to stick with one of these two young guys or someone through the draft. He's going to want. He turned down $50 million a year from Tampa Bay. We don't have $50 million to throw to a quarterback while trying to re-sign all the young talent that we have. I think next year you're looking at Will Howard, Drew Aller, and a rookie guy from the first round, maybe someone from the first round competing to be the starting quarterback. I just don't see them spending big money on quarterbacks. The way the roster's been built, it screams towards
almost doesn't make much sense. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Let me grab a couple messages here, guys. Let me go to Tortilla. He says, I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killings. Thank you. Now watch this throw, George W. Rogers. I do want to give a big shout out and a big welcome and a big everything. Feel the steel back, baby.
Boom.
Steel always brings it during season. Great seeing you back here in camp, my man. Feel the steel. What up, Watt fans? Cheers. Great to see Phil on the terrible board. Hope things are going good for you, sir. Cody says if you cut off Drew Aller's arms and put them on ASJ, he might have a shot at taking Porter's spot. I am also seeing some of the emojis right here. I'm seeing Somber has hell no on Baker with the Thunder, guys. Again, for $1.99 a month, you could get on and you could use all these new emojis that Mike has up today. These have, I see a picture of Mike, the Vanilla Thunder. Wait, what do you want me to call it? Are they emojis? Are they emotis? Are they emoticons? Everything I
emojis.
Everything I said, you laughed at. What do you want me to
say?
Well,
because earlier, Somber was like,
I seen it. I'm saying, who cares? You don't understand what I'm talking about?
It just makes me giggle.
Every time I say it, it's like,
the pierogies.
It's like pierogies. Like F off.
I'm gonna make it one that says emojis.
Please don't. You might as well get my guy back up there.
No.
Let's go right here, guys. I am seeing though. Sommer did with the Thunder one. Keep it simple. I get it. Let's. I do again. You could jump in, guys. $1.99. You could use all these. I see Vanilla Thunder. I see a Derpy with no shirt on. Believe it or not, I'm seeing.
Don't tempt me.
A terrible towel. I'm seeing what else, Mike? What's the new ones up there today?
Oh my God, we got Game Ball. We got Listen in there. There's Brother Shush. We got a Derpy. We got a couple of Thunders and the terrible towel. I think that should be all of them.
Again, there's no commitment, guys. Shush absolutely is a good one. We like that. There's no obligation, guys. If you want to, you could jump in on some of these emojis, and have some fun with it, guys. There is a bunch that you could use during the show live every single day. Lots of cool stuff. There's no commitment, month by month, and you could cancel whenever you like, guys. It's there for fun. So again, have some fun with it. As we were seeing on the show today, lots of people. Thank you so much for all the memberships. Everybody. Somber says I can also make emojis for YouTube if you need help. Possibly. Well, thank you, Somber. You've been a lot of help, my man. Thank you so much for everything. I make them for my sneaker streamer. Nice. Guys, it's time to get into Derpy segment. We've been going through every division in the NFL, trying to figure out where the division is going to land when it's all said and done. We're going to wrap up the NFC today with the NFC East. Then we're going to finish out through the week the AFC. So we're getting the NFC out of the way first, of course, Mike. Derpy, we're going to talk about the AFC East, the Philadelphia Eagles, the New York Giants, the Washington Commanders, and also the Dallas Cowboys. Derpy, what's your thoughts? NFC East is always a difficult division to pick,
Yes.
Because there's been a lot of Super Bowls ultimately that came out of that division, and sometimes it's hard to pick who's going to be on top, who's going to be in the middle, who's going to be on the bottom. Derpy, your initial thoughts on the NFC East going into the season?
It's probably arguably going to be the third best in the NFC division. Philadelphia probably going to be the front runners as usual. I don't see much change in the division. I'm kind of high on the Giants, which is crazy to sound.
Yeah, I am too.
Um,
They're putting a team together, right?
right. Dallas, whatever is going on in Dallas, until Jerry Jones and Mid Prescott leave, nothing's gonna change there. And Washington, besides their quarterback, they just stink.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm thinking Philadelphia wins. It just seems like their division right now, and it's been odd that the same team has been able to win consecutive divisions in that division. That hasn't happened for a long time until recently. But I got to stay Philadelphia on top. I like, of course, they're just I think the best team in the division, top to bottom. I like with the Giants, and again, it's been years of work going into this team, and I think at some point you have to see the fruit of that. So I'm going to go the Giants. I like them next. It seems to me that the Commanders they ended up in the NFC Championship 2 seasons ago. What the hell
Which
happened?
is
I don't know. So I don't see that happening again. But Dallas does have offense. They do have receivers. They have George Pickens. They have players. They're going to win their share of football games. For me, it's Philadelphia at the top, the Commanders at the bottom, and Dallas probably second, New York third, which I'm hoping New York could become that second team because, again, they put a lot of work. New coach, young quarterback, young talent that you're getting in the draft, high picks. I like the Giants. I'm going to take them second. However, I really believe Dallas will probably finish second in the division. For me, NFC East, I got Philadelphia. I got the Giants. I got the Cowboys. I have the Commanders. Again, middle two could possibly switch. I'm just taking the Giants because I like the story. Mike, NFC East.
Yeah, I have the Commanders finishing last. Like Derpy said, what are they building around their stud young quarterback? They brought in no weapons on offense. That offensive line, I don't think is that good. I like some of the pieces they have on defense, but outside of that, I don't know what they're doing. I think the Giants are going to end up finishing third. I think it's going to be a tough third. It's not like, oh my God, they suck. They finished third. It's going to be, they could potentially put out 2 teams. Yeah, they could finish to where like a game out of a playoff spot. I like what they have there. And then from there, like your top 2 teams, Philly and Dallas, I think this might be the year that Dallas wins the division. I think the Eagles make it into the playoffs, and I think Dallas finishes first, but just by like a game. I think those top 3 are going to be kind of close, but I like Dallas's offense. Like Dak Prescott,
you might be right, Mike.
Like in the regular season, dude could put up MVP type numbers. He had one stolen away from him, and that one to Lamar Jackson, where Dak should have won MVP. Like, and you have CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens. I love their running game too. They've good offensive line. The defense, they got rid of Parsons, but they got a lot of guys back. I think they might sneak into a division title and then shit the bed in the playoffs. And then I think the Eagles will be there. They'll do what they typically do. Jalen Hurts will be up and down. They get to the playoffs and they'll go on a little bit of a run.
I will say one thing about Philly. They lost some
It
guys.
smells.
Yeah,
it stinks.
It definitely does. No, they lost some guys on defense and they lost some guys up front.
Yeah, I mean, it's about time. I mean, Philadelphia's kind of ran their course in a sense. So if they did start on a decline, and perhaps Dallas does win a division, that wouldn't surprise me much because, again, at the end of the day, it's been hard for teams in this division to consistently continue to win that division. If you look historically for the past 20 years or so, it didn't happen for many years. It was never a back-to-back win in that division. So, again, I would be surprised at all if Philadelphia kind of falls from that. Yes, they have a good team. Yes, they're probably still the best team on paper. Can't take anything away from Dallas's offense. But at the end of the day, everything has to come to an end at some point. So for the Eagles, that's the case for me. And for the Giants, my argument on this is they do good about every 10 years or so. They just do. They beat the unlikely. They beat an undefeated Patriots team in the Super Bowl by luck. Then you go back further. They win another one against Tom Brady. Go back a little further. They were in the Super Bowl against the Ravens in the early 2000s. Go back a little further. They had success with Phil Simms, Jeff Hostetler. So every so often, they're like the Bears, but just a little bit more frequently than the Bears. But they just come around every 10 years or so and do something really good. I think that this Giants team will eventually happen with. I just don't know if this is when. So I'm pulling for the Giants. Again, you got to, at some point, unless you're the Browns, you have to expect some success from the team that you've been building from nice draft picks for year after year after year after year. So at some point, I like the Giants. It's kind of like a wild card team for me personally, but also like you're saying, guys, I think Philly isn't, they're certainly susceptible to getting knocked off the top perch and just by the law of nature or by the law of average. And again, nobody wins the division over and over and over and over in that division for sure.
Yeah, it's a tough division. And like I said, like Dallas lost Parsons, but they got some good pieces in some of that trades, and they would end up getting Quinton Williams from the Jets as well. So I like what they have, but my big thing is like, can Dak put it together in the playoffs? We know he can do it in the regular season,
right?
And and can Pickens keep his head on straight for the whole season? If he can, like that offense is one of the best in the NFL.
I agree.
Back on the Giants, the two pieces that I'm really high on the Giants is them finally getting a coach in Harbaugh, and to mentor what's his name Dart, yeah, to mentor Dart, yeah. And then the other is sneakily adding one of our guys, Austin.
Absolutely. They're adding pieces.
Yeah, they've already had pieces, but adding Austin is kind of interesting for their offense with Dart and Scatterboo and all them.
I agree. I'm excited about watching of course the Giants. Of course, Scatterboo with his injury, it's gonna be nice to see him back. To see Jackson Dart another season under his belt. So again, just a team that I'm personally excited to watch on the side.
Isaiah Likely.
Isaiah
Bloody Likely is in that team. Is in that roster as well.
That's not a bad piece either for them either. Even
Neighbors and Likely and Austin. Oh my, they got stuff going. So. We will continue to see. Let's go right here, get some of these messages. Guys, as we were about that point of the show, we're rounding third, if you will. Let's go right here to Tortilla. He says, Somber about to make a RB one. He's about to make an RB. Somber, of course, says, if anyone is looking for a new screensaver, Steelers Twitter just uploaded a picture of TJ, Herbig, and Watt.
I think I've seen it. It looks pretty dope, yeah.
Perhaps that is
Highsmith.
Highsmith, Herbig, and Watt. I'm guessing it's pretty tough. Go check that out. Somber's pointing out. Also, Corey, don't drink that, says, I think Dallas might unfortunately win the division with that upgraded defense. They're due, and Dart was steady in his first season. I see him building on that under Harbaugh. Philly for third. Two things about that. I agree with you. The Dallas defense was certainly the Achilles heel, so by getting help there certainly will go a long way. And finally, my last thing on the Giants is this. Like Coach T, like Coach Mac, I think Coach H falls in that same category, guys. Yep. I left them for dead. I said, these guys have been passed by. The league has passed them by. Let's see the results now. Let's see. I think maybe the Ravens just might be a winning organization. Let's see if the Harbaugh coaching carries over the success to the Giants. It's going to be something interesting. I think the Ravens are a lot like us. I think they're just a winning org. So, again, it's going to be interesting to see what Coach Harbaugh does and what Coach McCarthy does here, all in the same. Final thoughts on this topic, guys.
I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see Coach Mac's offense and defense in action, man. Here in a couple of days against Green Bay, I can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys. So there you go. Lots of things going on. Camp tomorrow will be day 2 of PADDED. If you are going, the parking opens up at 8:15. The gates open up at 8:30 at St. Vincent College in Latrobe in Westmoreland County. So you don't want to miss that. Also, do be sure to get registered if you are going to camp tomorrow or any day, because you have to get registered first. It costs nothing. It's absolutely free. Go to Steelers.com or Ticketmaster.com, get registered, and get ready to head down to St. Vincent College. As I said, guys, they will be practicing a couple days. I have a day off in the middle of the week. Saturday Night Lights is Saturday. Derpy will be down at Ground Zero Thursday. They won't practice Wednesday. Their day off is Wednesday this week. So we'll get all the first-hand scoop and action from Derpy on Thursday. And again, the Green Bay Packers come to town next week. Hall of Fame game this week, guys. The NFL is back, believe it or not. It's early in the process, but the NFL is back, baby. And I couldn't be happier, Mike, as we, again, all year, we talk Pittsburgh Steelers. 365 days a year, and it's our time, baby.
I can't wait. I cannot
Ooh.
wait.
Tortilla just ate a sugar glizzy.
Pirates
I'm
rumor.
Yeah, Derps.
The Pirates are pushing hard to finalize a deal with the Mets for Luke Weaver.
Okay. Yeah, that's trade deadlines today. Don't want to miss that. Also, Pirates back in action tonight. 4-game set in Milwaukee after losing the series to the Reds over the weekend. Pirates 1 game under 500. They hit that trade deadline. Maybe, just maybe, they could get a shot at some postseason play. Mike, why don't you go and tell everybody about the website, and then we'll get into some trivia for the day.
Check it out, everyone. The 2Yinzers.com. I got a new article up there today about some of the top oh my god, about the top talking points going on with the Steelers. Some of those we addressed on the show. So check it out over there at the 2Yinzers.com. We also got all of our links to social media. They're there, and links to the merch store at the 2Yinzers. Check it out.
All right, guys, go check it out, everybody. www.the2Yinzers.com. That's www.the2Yinzers.com. Lots of cool things over there. Mike does put a lot of work into the website, him and RB and Shop. Do go check it out today, www.the2Yinzers.com. It's time to get into some trivia question. The trivia question of the day, and I made a point earlier to give you a hint. It's going to be about equipment. This week, of course, as the pads go on today, Mike and Derpy and everybody on the board, everybody at home, it's going to be in question. It's going to be a trivia question regarding equipment. Derpy.
It's confirmed. Luke Weaver to the Pirates.
All right. Pirates are certainly secondary. He can wait. He can wait till we're done with football. But there you go. Thank you for that, Derpy. Luke Weaver to the Pirates. That will certainly go a long way for sure, Derpy. But I need you to put your thinking hat on, all right? Mike, you're going to put your thinking hat on.
Focus, Derpy.
Everyone, I like
can't have the pads on and you're bald and.
Derpy, we're talking football, not baseball.
Relax. Stop yelling, everybody. Guys, let's get into it. This is the question of the day. It is regarding equipment as the Steelers back in pads today. Here we go, guys. Question of the day. Professional football teams' logos didn't appear on helmets until 1948 when running back Fred Gurk started painting his team's logo on all of his teammates' helmets. Which team was this? Again, let me read the question one more time and make it clear. Professional football team logos didn't appear on helmets until 1948 when running back Fred Gurk started painting his team's logo on all of his teammates' helmets. Which team was it? And there is a hint, guys. Would you like a hint?
Yeah.
The team does still exist today. It's not a team that is not anymore. So it is a team that is out there. Take a minute to think that over. We're live 5 days a week right here, Monday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. every day right here on the Tube. So question of the day, guys. Throw your interest up on the board if you think you do know it. This isn't like Friday. You don't have to wait. If you do have a guess, if you do know it, anything of that nature, do throw it up on the board. Again, one more time. Professional football team logos didn't appear on helmets until 1948 when running back Fred Gurk started painting his team's logo on all of his teammates' helmets. Which team was it? And again, the hint is still a team right now. It is still a team that exists to this day, and the logo could probably be very similar, I'd imagine. Mike, what is your thought process? Corey, don't drink that, is saying I want to say it was Washington. Wouldn't be a bad guess. Tortilla's guessing the Cowboys. Not a bad guess either. Mike, what's your thought process on this question of the day? Which team was the first to get the logo on the side of their helmet?
It would have to be something simple, you would think.
Yeah.
That's a lot of paint.
Yeah.
I think he might have dealt with a pencil for all I know. Who knows? Because the leather helmets.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go. It's a team, not a. So I'm going with the Colts. It's the fucking U. Right. Yes, they were in Baltimore. Now they're up in Indy, but still the team's still out there. The Colts. So I'm going with the Colts.
Good enough. Not a bad pick. Is this your final answer?
Final answer.
All right. I'm going to lock you in with the Colts. Derpy, your thought process. The question of the day is this. Professional football team logos didn't appear on helmets until 1948 when running back Fred Gurk started painting his team's logo on all of his teammates' helmets. Which team? I'm seeing the Cowboys. I'm seeing Washington. I'm seeing the Colts. Derpy, what do you think?
Well, there was only a select few teams back then, and only one or two of them were like winning. So I'm thinking
I like
Packers.
I like Corey's logic. Somebody forgot to paint anything on the Browns helmets, so it's probably not going to be them. You could probably roll them out.
I'm thinking the Packers with the G.
And the Packers, is that your final answer?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to lock Derpy in. Not a bad pick as well, guys. Everybody, good picks today. Let's go. Corey did say this. Says somebody forgot to paint a logo on the Browns orange helmet. Shaking my head, guys. Again, I'll give you another moment. Anybody else does want to throw some guesses up? Perhaps you do know. Perhaps you were waiting it out. Perhaps you looked it up. Do throw your answers up on the board. Mike does have the Colts. Derpy does have the Packers. One more time, the question is this. Professional football teams did not have the logo on their helmets until 1948 when running back Fred Gurk started painting his team's logo on all of his teammates' helmets. Which team was it? The hint was it is still a team now. It doesn't mean they're in the same city, anything of that nature. As you know, Mike picked the Colts. So, again, any team that is now, I'm just looking for the team, not the city necessarily. So, Derpy did take the Packers. Guys, just another moment. I will give the answer away on this. Mike, again, all week it's going to be questions regarding equipment and pads, as pads did start today. So very, very excited about that, guys. Again, today is day 1 of week 2 of training camp, Mike. Already in the week 2. We're going to be there before you know it.
Dude, man, we're close to a game. There's an NFL game Thursday.
There's an NFL game Thursday. Next time we're going to see everybody's going to be Tuesday. Come on, you might as well. It's basically the same day at this point, right? Right here, Corey says, I swear it was Green Bay because that was my first thought. You could take Green Bay. Corey going to take Green Bay. Again, not a bad pick. Sharing picks with Derpy. All right, here we go, guys. Answer for the question of the day. Professional football teams' logos didn't appear on helmets until 1948 when running back Fred Gurk started painting his team's logo on all of his teammates' helmets. Which team was it? It was the Rams, fellas. Rams. Fred Gurk really getting in there and getting the, as far as I know, that's how it would have looked. But Fred Gurk, everybody, the Rams back in 1948. It was the horns, actually, he was putting on there. So the horns. So, credit to Fred Gurk. I mean, come on. I'm not going to say that I'm not going to say we wouldn't have had logos on our helmet if Fred didn't do this, but again, that's a nice move in the right direction. And again, now we have the beautiful uniforms that we have in the NFL because of this pioneer. So great job, everybody. If you did guess the Rams, everybody that didn't as well, hey, that's all right. We'll be back tomorrow with more trivia. Also, don't forget, we do have the membership now available, $1.99. It is not obligated. You're not obligated to be a member. You can do it on your own. You get all these free emoticons. I mean, it's $1.99. I'm sorry. You get all these emoticons. Also, they are correlated to the show. A shirtless Derpy, a Vanilla Thunder, a terrible towel. What else, Mike?
Listen, brother, a Vanilla Thunder, a My Guy.
Don't take that My Guy off of there. I hate that.
Well, I will today.
Is it on there still?
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to grab
I
it.
hate that thing. Go ahead.
And that should be about it for the emotes.
And you could use them all as liberally as you want here, and it's going to be awesome. And I think a lot of people were having fun with them. I certainly have fun with them whenever I'm on other things that I watch. So, guys, again, we're not going to plow you for it. If you want to do it, it's a lot of fun. Jump in, become a member, and also more perks along the way as we continue this program as well. So, again, Thank you for everybody who did get involved. Thank you for the spreading of the memberships. A lot of people on the board certainly were helping out today with doing that as well. Thank you, guys. Again, as this is something new we are messing around with. So, again, have some fun with it. It's a blast. Get in there and play with some of these emojis. And there's also 100 YouTube emojis that are also come along with that free that's of YouTube. So again, on top of what you have are the shows emojis and these 100 YouTube emojis as well. They kind of look something like this. You may have seen somewhere. Let me just grab this guy right here. This one kind of looks like Derpy. Let me grab this one. Looks like Derpy. Right here. Here we go. And as you can see, I'm putting one up right now. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about the YouTube emoticons. There you go. You
I'm
can
poop.
see,
Okay. Okay, Ryan.
and there it is. So you're the purple face crying. Purple face crying is what Derpy. So there you go, guys. Do join $1.99 a month. There's no commitment. You could cancel anytime, and again, it's month by month. So have some fun with it. We sure are as well. So as we are starting to get into the end of the show here, Mike, your thoughts today's show?
I'm glad pads are on. I'm glad we're starting to ramp up in camp physicality of it. Who would have thought the safety position would still be looking at spots for that? But hey, maybe Spears-Jennings will be the answer at the safety position if one of these guys can't get healthy. The young rook's going to have to be pressed into service back there. But I'm happy we're in the pads now. We got football coming up. I want to see these guys in live action. I don't want to see Aaron Rodgers out there for 30 to 40 snaps per game in the preseason. I don't even want him out there for 30 to 40 snaps total in the preseason.
Can we find a happy medium on this? Why does that have to be so extreme,
Get him a drive and get him out. Get a drive and get him out. Get a drive, get him out.
Again, I can't possibly imagine him being in for 40 snaps, but at the end of the day, let's find a happy medium. One guy has him in no snaps. The other guy may have him in at 40 snaps.
Yeah.
We can find something in the middle there, the gray area.
Exactly.
I think would be all right.
Yeah. Let's just keep it nice and easy, boys.
We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, the Tuesday installment of the show. We'll be back tomorrow to see real time what's going on at camp. St. Vincent College in Latrobe. Wednesday, the guys are off. No camp on Wednesday. Thursday, Derpy will be down at Ground Zero. Friday, we'll be camping. And Friday, of course, Saturday Night Lights to wrap up the week. And then next week, guys, we do have a game against the Packers, which is only 10 days from right now. So if you want to start counting it down, guys, less than a pay period. If you're paying attention, if you're keeping track, guys, 10 days away from the Green Bay Packers in town at Acrisure Stadium to play against our Pittsburgh Steelers. I know that everybody's excited. I know that pads went on today at camp. Everyone was excited about that. So a lot going on. We'll continue to stay on top of everything that is going on with the Steelers all the way up until tomorrow and then through the live time and get into all that tomorrow as this week does go along. I do want to say thank you so much for everybody that did jump in on the memberships, guys. You were awesome. We couldn't thank you enough. Also, I do want to say thank you to Derpy for your division segment. I know that you work hard on that, and good idea. As my friend, I do want to say thank you, and thank you for being here and doing that with us. We'll be here tomorrow to start the AFC divisions tomorrow with Derpy. And Mike, I do want to say thank you to you as well for all the work that you did put in this weekend with this membership and stuff of that nature. Mike put a lot of time in creating some of the icons and different things like this. So thank you to you, my friend.
You're welcome.
Do lots of work for this show, and I want to make sure that I have at least expressed my appreciation. Mike is smacking his pads. You can still hear.
I'm fired up, man.
Let me grab a couple more of these
Put
messages.
me in, coach.
I'm ready to play today. Let's grab a couple more messages here. We're going to start wrapping it up. I should have known the Rams by their strong RB names. Let's go to is that running back names or running back names? Let's go here to Corey. Corey says this. I don't think Fred Durst was around then, and if he was, they would be red hats. I would guess it would have been a team with red helmets, perhaps. Also, Tortilla says I would hope no one plows me for not using them. Hey now. And finally, Corey says this: if your camera accidentally comes back on, you're not going to be naked, are you? I can't handle too many surprises, Corey. You know what? Thank you for saying what we were all thinking. Another game ball to Corey today, as I was liberally giving them out. But you know what? It was worth it. Everybody on the board does a lot for the show. They work hard and they're very creative. Guys, thank you so much. Let's start this wrap-up process. Unfortunately, it's that time of day. Again, the Steelers will be back at camp tomorrow. Parking lot opens at 8:15. The gates open at 8:30. Practice roughly at around 11:30. Again, in all pads. Pads are back on, and they are doing backs and backers drill, linebackers and backs. So again, maybe a little bit more contact than we were all thinking was going to happen after Coach made the announcement last week that they were not going to be tackling at camp. A few things. Pirates back in action tonight. They do start a 4-game series against the Reds in Milwaukee. The Pirates are 56-57 coming into this game. The trade deadline is today at 4 o'clock. As Derpy said, they were already making moves today to to strengthen that bullpen and hopefully make a playoff run more realistic. We'll continue. I'll certainly be following that. The Pittsburgh Riverhounds, they did get the win over the weekend over the Oakland Roots team. They'll be back at it Saturday against Sacramento. Steelers, of course, camp all week. They'll be off Wednesday, Saturday night, like Saturday, to wrap it up and heading into the third week next week against the Green Bay Packers. We do have Hall of Fame game this week. So much NFL scoop is going on. It's just making me insanely, awesomely happy. I'm excited but from everything that's going on. This is what we wait all year for. And I tell you what, Derpy, with all this football going on, you can't help but want to drink a beer or two as you're watching some football. And this is what I recommend to you. If you're going to do that, stop and get yourself some Duquesne Pilsner, which is now available at 6 and 12 packs at all Giant Eagles and in cases wherever cases are sold. The people at Duquesne Pilsner help us out during the season, and we try to do the same thing to help them out as well. Do stop by, Mike. Very generous people at Duquesne Pilsner. Check them out. Maybe if you're not a big drinker, that's fine. Swing by and check out their social media pages. Hit the follow, hit the likes, all that stuff. It all helps out. Guys, do check them out. We always have Duquesne Pilsner here at the studio on tap for any event that comes along. Duquesne Pilsner made right here in Pittsburgh. It says on the can, grab a Duke.
Grab a Duke.
Grab a Duke or else.
And if you are on social media looking them up and hitting the follow button for them, guys, do check us out as well. We are all over social media. You can find us on Facebook, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, Threads, even TikTok. Swing by, hit the follow button, keep up with what's up with the 2W Yinzers on a day-to-day basis. And if you haven't had a chance yet today, do hit the like button. Hit that like button down below, the sub, the share, leave a comment. It all helps us, guys, moving things on the algorithm and getting the name out there, guys, to grow the show. We thank you so much for all of that. Derpy, your thoughts today's show?
Mid. No, I'm joking. Fantastic show. Yeah, fantastic show. Can't wait for tomorrow. Can't wait for Thursday night for football to start. It's here, man. It's literally here. We're at the doorstep.
Certainly is, my friend. It certainly is.
Great
we waited
show,
for
man.
this. 203 days since the last time the Steelers played a meaningful game. 203. It's time to start the new chapter, the new book. This is all coming very soon for our Steelers, guys, just right around the corner. Ralph Williams, my brother, I want to say to you as well, welcome to the show. Always nice seeing you on a terrible board. Hello, guys. Good to see Derpy's face. And that might be the first person to say that ever in the history of Derpy. But there you go, Derpy. Ralph is happy to see your face.
Thank you, Ralph.
Guys, we'll be back tomorrow at our regular time to do it all over again. I have like a million things that I could say. Again, thank you everybody for everything, and thank you for jumping on the memberships. You guys were all super awesome. Again, we can't wait to see this through and play out. And again, the little Derpy with no shirt, I think, would be the selling point for me. But that's just me.
That's my favorite one.
Don't tempt me. Don't come back out. Don't tempt me.
But we will be back tomorrow to get into it all over again, of course, as Pittsburgh Steelers are working their way through the second week of camp, getting closer and closer to game time, this time with pads on. So it's getting the feel is getting even more real. We're all excited about that. Sick Jones, what up, brother? Always great seeing Sick on the board as well. He says, what's up, Yinzers? Mike, how was that movie? How was that movie?
I did not have a chance to watch, what's it, Sasquatch Sunset?
He just figured out, because I'll just be the Sasquatch. I don't have to watch it.
He is the
yeah, you better watch that, Mike. I want a full report from you tomorrow. Let's see what else. I do want to say thank you to everybody for coming and hanging and checking us out today. We appreciate each and every one of you. We truly, honestly do. We wouldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you to everybody on the board. You guys are always awesome. You always keep the show interesting. You are the lifeblood of this show. We couldn't thank you anymore, guys. We really, truly value at the highest level. The terrible board. You are amazing. You are you are a favorite. You are the reason, again, for doing what we do. And finally, I want to say thank you to everybody at home watching, listening. Maybe you're in the car, maybe you're at the gym, perhaps just watching on your big screen TV. Thank you to everybody. We'll be back tomorrow at our regular time. Again, to continue on all the live information as it comes through for the Steelers and everything else to that point. Yeah, Derpy?
First thing, why does Mike in that picture look like an ex-military vet divorced dad?
Don't ask questions you don't want answers. Don't ask questions you don't want answers to.
I thought he looked like the
I can't
Happy
wait for
Pierre.
the cripple fight on Thursday night.
The what?
The crippled fight on Thursday night.
What's a crippled fight on Thursday night? The Hall of Fame game?
The Hall of Fame game.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't sick, and I knew, and that's why I tried to dump that all off on Mike. I didn't, but I will check that out today. I might have some spare
I
time.
just don't know why they chose those two teams.
But sick, great
Probably
seeing you,
'cause they
brother.
suck.
But that's about it, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow to get back into it. We hope everybody had a good time. We certainly had a good time. We hope to see everybody back tomorrow. Again, lots going on, so do not miss as we continue to dive into everything Pittsburgh Steelers heading into this season, guys. So much happening, so much still to come. And you know what? Right now, it's feeling really good as well. A lot of questions, a lot of concerns, perhaps just kind of not there this year. So we'll see how this all plays out. Tyrone, good show, you bastards. We appreciate you as always, Ty. You are the GOAT in my eyes, man. That's never going to change. I thank you for that. Again, we'll be back tomorrow with everything as it happens. Here for the two dumb Yinzers, I'm going to come around the horn one more time, see if Mike and Derpy has anything, and we are going to take off. Derpy, anything before we roll?
Oh yeah. Last night I didn't have my show. Obviously, I'm talking about my Average Boys. Make sure you check them out on me on every Sunday night at 9. But tonight I'll be on doing a movie review for Spider-Man: Brand New Day. So check that out on the channel tonight.
Did you see He-Man?
I did. Did you?
I want to see. No, but I want to.
You got Prime?
Yeah, I got Prime. And the thing about
on
He-Man,
there,
it's nostalgic. Like, I have to see this. Like, I'm not in the
on there,
movies.
dude. It's good.
I used to work with a lady that had He-Man's haircut, and we used to tell
That's fun.
her. We used to actually tell her. And there we go. Yeah, there you go with Aaron J. carrying that flag forward as always. Tyrone, you are the real deal, man. You are the real one. Mike, anything with you before we take off for today?
Oh no, man. Thank you all for watching us. Thank you for everyone who bought memberships today. We really appreciate it. Somber, the real MVP, by like $5,000 worth of memberships. It felt like thank you, brother. Thank you everyone for just tuning in, man. We love this. I can't wait to see you all tomorrow.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. I know you love the Steelers as much as we do. We'll be back tomorrow to get into everything Pittsburgh Steelers, getting ready to get this season started. The pads are popping, baby. We'll be back tomorrow at our regular time. For anything else, Derby, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Mike, you good? Mike's already going.
I'm good.
I'm
sorry, I was fumbling with the pads.
He was already in the cafeteria.
That picture looks like he's pooping. I'm sorry.
You know what? Maybe. But thank you so much, everybody. Again, we hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you for everything. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. If I am, I apologize. We'll be back tomorrow. Hope to see everybody then. For Derpy, for Finch, for Chop, for RB, for Mike, myself, the two dumb Yinzers, have a great Monday. Enjoy yourself. Stay safe. And we'll see everybody tomorrow. Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. Bye-bye.